Kia ora everyone, nā mai hara mai, Anzac Day, lest we forget. Such a big day on the calendar and a big day in the NZNBL and the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Already had some games earlier today. Right now, we're in the deep south. Down at the Shark Tank, Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way between the Sharks and the Giants. An all South Island battle. Hello, hope you're well. Justin Nelson with you, sitting right alongside me. Kason Bookman, great to see you on Anzac Day.
It's a great, I'd rather, there's nothing I'd rather be doing than sitting in the booth with you, Justin. I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a big game, isn't it, in the NZNBL. Got the Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way first. Here's the current ladder. Gee, I'm really impressed with the Nuggets this season. They look a good unit.
Oh yeah, they've really done well, especially in this Rapid League. And you look here at the top, Saints obviously topping the charts in both leagues, but you see the Giants. They've completely flip-flopped with their NBL standings and their Rapid League standings, and same with the Sharks.
Yeah, they are the current champs, of course, in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. The Giants. Let's have a look at the starters for this one. First of all, at the Shark Tank tonight, we'll have a look at the Giants as we bring them back up on screen for you. Chamberlain, Dempster, Jones, Crate and Inwood. It is a steady starting unit. Sammy Dempster getting back into that starting lineup for the Giants. Of course, Sky Broadband Rapid League, 4x4 minute quarters. And the only players in this one are those coming off the bench in the later NBL game. Let's have a look at the Sharks, the way that the home team will line up in this Sky Broadband Rapid League. And they can be dangerous, especially here on their home floor. Ledger, Burtonshaw, Cooper, Snow and Collier. Burtonshaw and Cooper, two scorers to keep an eye on in this one for the Sharks. Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. Tailor the tape. Let's have a look at how these two line up against each other. And recent form, not too dissimilar. The Giants have lost a couple in the last few weeks.
Yeah, they're completely balanced. I mean, it could go either way today, fortunately for us. And the matchup to watch would be Collier and Inwood, watching the bigs battle it out. Collier has been really impressive for me in this Rapid League.
Yeah, if he fires tonight and can do it from outside as well. Hayden Collier, not too far away from a start here. Love it when that shark music just starts firing up in the background. Always a bit of fun here in the Shark Tank. Caleb Asprey down there under the hoop. We'll see him a little bit later on tonight in the NBL. Our Barter card officials, Matthew Bathurst, Blake Rosanowski, and Brendan Douglas. Although it looks like Marty Davison's going to have a bit of a run around here. So a late change there by the looks of it for the Barter card officials. Bathurst, Rosanowski, and also Davison with the whistles for this one. So getting close to a start. Been a big afternoon, as you may have just saw, in a game that seemed to go on forever, didn't it? A lot of stoppages between the Hawks and the Bulls. And it was the Bulls getting up a 28-18 last quarter to get home by 8 in a thriller.
It was a thriller, and like you said, lots of starting, lots of stopping, but those are the true tests to your team. When you have those kind of games, it's hard to get in a flow. And again, a great finish for the winning team.
You just got to hold up to the start here, so we'll keep an eye on that. Tay Hardy was massive in the last quarter for the Bulls, and such an important game, such an important win. The Bulls move, or certainly cement their position in the top three. And the Hawks have lost their last couple now in the NBL. They went down, of course, to the Jets, and have now gone down to the Bulls as well. And guess what? They got the Saints on Sunday in Wellington.
That's a tough run for them. That's an unfortunate run. And again, they would have liked that win against the Bulls, but you know, you can never count the Hawks out. They've got a solid lineup, and again, when they're in form, they're pretty unstoppable, especially when you have Jackson Ball shooting the lights out.
Well, they will be hoping to get back to some form, some winning form on Sunday against the Saints. Speaking of winning form, the Saints have been very, very good. Here's the hold up at the moment, just the stats at the moment. That's why we've got a delayed start here in Southland tonight. ILT Stadium, Southland in Invercargill. Anzac Day hoops in the competition. So we do have a delayed start. Gives us a chance to have a bit of a talk about what's coming up over the weekend, because it is wall-to-wall basketball. Triple header tomorrow in the NZNBL. Jets at home to the Panthers. That's going to be the early start, just after lunchtime. Tuatara and the Rams mid-afternoon tomorrow. How about that for a clash?
That'll be a great matchup. Again, two of my favorite teams in the competition, and especially with that new import for the Tuatara, they look unstoppable. There
we go. There's what's coming up. You can see that triple header tomorrow. The Jets and the Panthers. Rapid League at 12:30, Sal's NBL at 1:30, Tuatara and the Rams, and then the Airs and the Fi tomorrow night. The Fi went down to the Jets last night, so they're on the double. They lost to the Sharks last week, of course, the Fi. They lost last night to the Jets, and now they face the Airs.
Yeah, again, another tough run. Honestly, most of the teams in the competition, they've got tough runs anywhere they go, but the Fi, we've seen them play, and when they're in form, they are really great. Their defense is second to none in this competition. So they'll really have to rely on that against the tough Airs team.
And as we saw there, Saints and the Hawks Sunday afternoon. The one game that wasn't shown there, Nuggets and the Giants on Sunday evening. So the Giants are on the southern swing to take on the Sharks and the Nuggets. And although we're about to have a look at the Sky Broadband Rapid League, let's not forget the Giants in the Sal's NBL case and are still searching for their first win. They do have a couple of ins tonight. We'll talk about that shortly.
Yeah, they, we love an underdog, and they haven't been performing so far this season. And you can't count on them to, with their new imports and their new add-ons tonight, you can't count them out of the game.
They've got a couple of big ins tonight underway. Sky Broadband Rapid League, sorry for the delay. Stats are now up and going, and it'll be the Sharks with the opening possession here. The big man Collier and Dempster. Collier stepping back through. Nice finish.
Again, just doing his thing underneath. Collier, he's done it all season long. Just pretty well uncontested on that finish.
So Sharks get the opening blow here against the Giants. Giants in the baby blue. Hayden Jones for three.
That's a nice answer back to that first play. Nice deep three from Jones.
Just what you want to see out of the talented teenager. Giants answer quickly. Collier searching here. Here's Cooper in the corner. He fires up and fires in.
Okay, what an exciting start to the first minute of this game. Shot from Cooper.
And he's more than capable of that, isn't he? Lockie Crate, back of the iron, Dempster, rebound. They reset and re-go the Giants. Jones slipping through on the screen, Dempster. Corner, Chamberlain, step back, three. Oh, this is good.
That was a silky smooth play there from the Giants. Great penetration and an excellent fake on that three-point with the step back.
I don't know what it is about ILT Stadium Southland, but if you get off to a good start, it's such a good venue to shoot at, I think, for teams. Oh. Look at that, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Burtonshaw with two.
Oh, both teams on fire right now, moving the ball well on offense and just making it right.
What's the bet next shot goes in? Let's have a look. Inwood ends up with Jones. He's searching at the moment, needs some help. Swings it out through hands, Inwood to Dempster. There you go, told ya.
Unreal stuff. It's like you've commentated a game or two in your life.
Just a few down on this this court as well over the years. It is just so true of ILT Stadium Southland. There's a rare miss. There is one after all. Giants by two. Sammy Dempster, the 34-year-old, to the teenager in Crate, who somehow gets it back. And we've got to stop here. We're just going to fix the clock up. It needs to be reset. Gee, they've got a lot of talented youngsters, the Giants, haven't they? Lockie Crate, Hayden Jones, of course, James Matthews and Will Blight are away on New Zealand duty at the moment. We talk about the Rams being a production line. The Giants aren't too far behind.
No, not at all. And that just reflects their record as well. They're number 3 on the ladder in the Rapid League, 5-2 so far this season. And again, it's a credit to the young talent.
Jones. Rebound Collier. Tukaha Cooper. The man from Northland. Right down in the deep south this season. Collier wanted the baseline, a little bit of a hook there, went unseen. Great defense, Lockie Crate. Back to work, Collier. And a foul there on Crate, unlucky.
Yeah, really unlucky. It's a tough guard matching up with Collier, and I thought Lockie Crate did a great job, not reaching too much, but might have just got him in the end there. Great patience from Collier on that play.
Up at the Chemist Warehouse stripe for the first time. And Collier drops the first. Really looking forward to seeing the Sharks in the Southland NBL tonight, Kaysen. They hit the road last week, the Sharks. They were 2-5 on the season. They headed north to take on 2 top 4 teams in the Fi and the Bulls, and they took them both down.
Well, it seems to be the key for them this season. They can't really string together wins at home, but away, they're doing a great job.
I mean, that is a massive weekend in the context of the season for the Southland Sharks. We know they've got Sam Timmins to come, but 2-5 against 2 top 4 teams, and I reckon most pundits, most fans around the league would have gone in penciling a couple of losses. If they had to head home 2-7, well, nice turnover there.
Couple of costly turnovers for the Sharks here on the inbounds play.
And another one. And another one. Sorry, just to get back to that. The difference tonight is they could have come home 2-7. They're 4-5.
I know. It's pretty amazing stuff. And without Timmins, I mean, he's so fun and he's such an energetic post. And I really have missed him this season. So I'm really excited for him to come back.
And I think the Sharks opened up a lot of eyes last week. Let's see how they go tonight. Right now, they're down by 5 with 30 seconds to play in the opening quarter of the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Webster. Ledger sends it out to Burtonshaw. Loves a 3, Dane Burtonshaw.
From deep, hand in the face. Burtonshaw able to knock that one down. He has been unreal this season, averaging 9 points a game.
They've been one of their best in this competition, Dane Burtonshaw. Played with the Airs in previous seasons, of course. Giants with a late opportunity. That'll do us 1 quarter down. Giants lead by 2. The shots were dropping early for both teams. A little bit harder over the closing minute. But an entertaining start nonetheless in tonight's Sky Broadband Rapid League game. Crowd shuffling in for this one in the deep south. Let's have a look and see if anything is standing out on the Chemist Warehouse stats, Kaysen.
Oh man, if you just look at the field goal percentage for the Sharks, shooting 80%. They've only missed 1 from the field thus far. And that's from inside the arc. From behind the arc, they're 100%, 2 from 2. Same as from the Chemist stripe. And then you flip over to the Giants, they're shooting 55%, 5 from 9. Still, amazing percentage. And from behind the arc, they're shooting 50%.
Speaking of amazing, the large veggie pizza, that's this week's Sal's special, $31.99. There's the QR codes, all the details on screen. That's available until next Tuesday, with thanks to Sal's. Up and down the country. Sharks are set to step back out. Don't forget the Sky Broadband starter fibre, $50 a month for the first 12 months. You read that right. $50 a month for the first 12 months. skybroadband.co.nz. All of the details there for that fantastic offer. With thanks to Sky Broadband. Underway, Giants with the opening possession. Sammy Dempster just off on that opening look. Webster comes up with it quickly. Colin Williams playing tight defense. Webster picks up the dribble under a bit of pressure. Collier, oh, great pass inside to Webster.
That was a beautiful play. Great dish from Collier. Again, expected him to go one-on-one on that play, but a great cut to the basket from Webster.
Ties it up, 14 apiece. Corner three is good. Well done to Cohen Williams.
I mean, on the season, Giants are shooting 38% from behind the arc. Pretty high percentage for the Rapid League.
Very high. Collier in and out. And the Giants come again. Dempster. Just having the experience, Casey, of someone like Sammy Dempster out there with these young players. It's a huge lift, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. It's such a privilege for these youngsters to be able to play with him and soak up all his knowledge that he's accumulated over the years. And there he goes from behind the arc, showing that veteran shot. Sammy Dempster.
Just because you're out there with the young bucks doesn't mean you don't still get to take some shots. Foul called there. It'll put Burtonshaw to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Giants lead it by 6. High scoring affair so far tonight.
Yeah.
I had the chance last night, Kaysen, in Palmerston North. We're talking about scoring to see Tyson Thada-Paese again in action. Going to see him again tomorrow, heading back down there for that one against the Panthers. He's averaging over 17 points a game in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. He went past 300 points last night in his career, in his Rapid League career, the first player to do it. He just does not miss.
I'm not sure the people at home understand how impressive it is to have nearly a point. He's got more, he's averaging more than a point, per minute of the Rapid League game. And to put 26 up, it's insane.
Yeah, 26 he had last week in a game. That is an all-time single game record. So, yeah, he was on fire again last night. The Jets did go down by 3 in a close one, but we'll get to see Tyson Thada-Paese back out there tomorrow for the Jets. Cooper unable to finish there.
I think you can equate Thada-Paese's run in the Rapid League to Jackson Ball's run in the first 5 games of the NZNBL. Shooting, what, 80% from the 2-point range, and then an ungodly amount from behind the arc. Just ridiculous numbers.
He dropped another 5 triples last night, Thada-Paese. Aston Inwood here, this is a really good basket. Aston Inwood, coast to coast, just took the opportunity and the contact. Good finish.
I mean, a great recognition there. Defense wasn't even looking at him, so he just bobbed and weaved behind the defender as he was trying to get back on D, and it's a good finish.
He's a tough unit, Aston Inwood. Gets the 3-point play from the coloured stripe. So this margin out to 9 now. Giants have made their run early in the second. Can the Sharks respond? Cooper. Webster on the drive. Stepping back around, missed everything. Up comes Sammy Dempster. Still got the hops. Still got some speed down the floor as well.
He's not that old. Come on now.
Don't forget your team merch with thanks to Sterling Sports. Another 3. What was that? Cohen Williams firing away. Good finish. Collier sends it to the corner. Burtonshaw for 3. Misses that. A couple of good strips here, actually. You can head to Sterling Sports online and check them out, the Giants and the Sharks. Really like what the Sharks have done with their city jersey, heading back to that maroon colour. Another 3. He's lighting it up, Cohen Williams, tonight.
Oh, he is having himself a night from behind the arc. He's 3 from 4.
Look at the Giants now, up to 31. Ledger, they need this. That'll be short. Collier did well to knock it back to Burtonshaw. Handy too.
Yeah, again, Collier just outworking the defense on that play, keeping the possession alive. And will it be enough for them to finish the half? Down by 13.
17-6 second quarter for the Giants. We might add another 3 here. You bet they do. Sammy Dempster.
Why not? Team's hot from behind the arc. You got to keep letting it fly. And again, another. Oh, it's going to be a foul called. Sorry. Too much pressure there from the Giants.
Got to say, we all have favourites as commentators, don't we, in the Sal's NBL. I'm sure you've got some favourites, Casey, and heard Mulls and Casey earlier today with the Bulls and Hawks game. I know they've got their favourites. Mulls just likes every player that plays for Wellington, mind you. He's a Saints fan through and through.
Is he a bandwagon though?
Oh no!
Is it just this season?
No, he's a Wellington boy. Don't worry about that. He's lifelong Wellington, lifelong Saints. So he'll tell you the Saints are going to win every game by 1,000,000 points. Just getting back to favourites though, Sammy Dempster's right up there on my list.
He's got to be.
He's right up there on my list.
I mean, it's hard to not like Sammy Dempster.
Oh, just an all-round good guy.
Yeah, on and off the court. He's a hustler. He's always putting it all out on the floor. Always there for his teammates.
There it is, opening half done in the Sky Broadband Rapid League tonight between the Sharks and the Giants, and a really big second quarter there for the Giants, a 20-6 run, and they lead by 16.
I mean, just credit to their shooting abilities right now from behind the arc, 57%.
There's the Chemist Warehouse stats.
And yep, you see it there. Inwood with 10, Dempster and Burtonshaw with 9, as well as Williams. Next in line for the Sharks is 4 with Collier, Cooper with 3, Webster with 2, Jones and Chamberlain with 3 apiece.
8 threes the Giants have hit.
It's unreal. And then rebounds, Dempster cleaning it up, doing what he does. Webster, Burtonshaw, and Crate with 2 apiece. Collier, Ledger, and Inwood 1 apiece. Both teams pretty even in the rebounding category.
Geez, Aston Inwood's had a handy first half. A couple of assists for him.
He really has. He's done a great job.
Let's continue to look at the Chemist Warehouse stats to halftime in this one. No blocks at the moment. We'll breeze through that. And we'll have a look at the steals. There's a couple there for the Giants. So a big second quarter for the Giants. 20-6, and they lead 34-18. Just getting back to that conversation on favourites. What are some of your favourites in the Sal's NBL?
Oh gosh, are we doing Kiwis and imports?
Oh, just
overall,
whoever
in general?
I mean, I've seen obviously Sammy Dempster in my 7 seasons here, so he's a little bit more familiar. Matthew Bardsley's another favourite of mine, the slippery eel. Love watching him play.
Yeah, I love the slippery eel as well. And I have to say, it's such a tough call, but oh my gosh. I think this season, I'm going to go with this season. He plays for the Sharks, Josiah Alec.
Oh, yes. We're going to see Josiah Alec tonight. Isn't he in form? How good was Josiah Alec last week on that road double for the Sharks? Wow.
I just love his energy, and he's willing to just dive into the bleachers. He'll put his body on the line no matter what. And his hair, you just kind of love his hair.
Plays above his size as well.
Definitely.
Super athletic. Radio third quarter underway here in the Sky Broadband Rapid League tonight. Quake Webster, hello.
Well, maybe it's this basket over here. Lighting it up. Excellent quick play from the Sharks.
We need a few more of those to drop in this third quarter. Here's Hayden Jones. Webster, nice rebound over the top of Cohen Williams. Cooper. Here's Webster again, moving the ball around the Sharks. Shot clock at 10. Collier, the big fella inside. Ledger underneath. Cops a knock to the back of the head. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse. That was pretty.
I think one of the aspects of Hayden Collier's game that we kind of glaze over just because he's a prolific scorer, he can absolutely throw a dime. I've seen about 3 no-look passes from him just in this game alone. And some of the Sharks players weren't able to convert on it, but they were really nice looking passes.
So really good start to this third quarter for the Sharks. They've hit the opening 6 points. Giants looking to respond. There's a Falcon when you don't know you're going to get a Falcon. Tukaha Cooper scratches the back of the scone. Got to be in those passing lanes.
Yeah, he was doing his responsibility,
Giants yet to score in the third. Jones, a sneaky little look. Got the handles now. to get around Collier.
Yeah,
Two off the glass.
That's just an easy take to the basket for him. He's got the foot speed on Collier on that play. Great recognition and a good finish.
So Giants get their opening basket of this third quarter. Searching, Cooper. Webster on the attack. Step back for two. Leaves that one short.
That was a beautiful play from Cooper before it. Nice footwork, showcasing his ball handling ability.
Oh, there's a foul here on the three. That's going to be against Quake Webster. Just couldn't stop himself from running into Cohen Williams.
That's a foul you don't want to give up if you're the Sharks at this point. Down 12. That's a costly foul. And he was about a meter behind the three-point line as well.
Do you reckon Hayden Jones and Lockie Craik go to the same barber?
They have to. Oh, I think that's just the style now.
I mean, they are as close to identical twin stepbrothers as you'll ever get.
Yeah, it's that boofy haircut. If you've got the hair for it, you can really rock it.
Same sort of a build as well, aren't they? Hayden Jones and Lockie Craik. Two really exciting talents here in New Zealand basketball. Stars of the future. They're stars in their own right now. Just love watching their progress.
It's a nice advantage that we have sitting here watching these rapid league games. You can see them develop in real time and just appreciate the work that they're putting in.
Well, we're talking about some of our favourite players in the NZNBL. Oh, big three there. Down on the corner. Off that wing. Is that Burtonshaw out there? I think it was. I was having a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Huge three from the left wing. Burtonshaw doesn't mind a triple. They're within 12 at the moment with a couple of minutes to go. Chamberlain's been fouled. He's going to head to the stripe. So I was just saying, we're talking about some of our favourite players in the NZNBL. Sammy Dempster, Matthew Bardsley. What about some of the best players or your favourite players you've seen in the Sky Broadband Rapid League this season? We're talking about some of these young guns coming through. I love watching the likes of Caslow Evans. Arthur Pilcher, you talk about relentless energy.
Oh, yeah.
Go and have a look at Arthur Pilcher for the Saints. He just does not stop. So many, aren't there?
Yeah, I can't put my thumb on my favorite. I think my favorite Rapid League strategy was when I was watching the Bulls play, I believe it was, I'm drawing a blank, but the team was cherry picking. They were having 4 defenders.
Yes.
And 1 person cherry picking.
Yes, that was the Rams.
Yes, the Rams. Yes, it was the Rams.
Here's a little bit of damage. Jack Ramage to the hoop off the glass. Getting up nice and high for the Sharks. Yeah, that was the Rams' way of trying to protect Tama Isaac. Just stand at half court, don't have to play defense, and we'll throw the ball to you if we get our hands on it.
I feel like that's every basketball player's dream. What a backdoor pass, but a rejection from the Sharks.
It was a good effort, wasn't it, by Tukaha Cooper with the block. And here he is, shooting from downtown. Underneath, Riley Snow.
Yeah, good work there from Riley Snow. Outworking the defense, getting that offensive board. Easy 2 for the Sharks.
Just hanging around the Sharks within 10 minutes of playing this third quarter. Hope you're enjoying the Sky Broadband Rapid League tonight. Anzac Day. Justin Nelson and Kason Bookman with you. Spinning back, Inwood. He has improved so much, Aston Inwood.
That was a beautiful play. You can just see him using his stride and his length to cross the defense back the other direction.
He's starting to carve out some minutes in the NZNBL as well. There's a big rebound from Inwood. Giants will be a lot bigger tonight. 2 players in uniform for the first time. That was kind of adventurous in the end. Of course, Callum McRae comes into the lineup tonight. Returning to the Giants.
Been able to, and in that last quarter, it was 9 for the Giants and 13 for the Sharks.
Leading scorers so far here tonight. Aston Inwood, really good game from him. He's got 12 points. Cohen Williams off the bench, 12 points in less than 6 minutes of action. He's had some sort of a game and leading the way for the Sharks. Dane Burtonshaw with a couple of triples. He's got 12 points. He is the top scorer for the home team. Last quarter coming up. Looking forward to the Southland NBL a little bit later on this evening. Giants on the southern swing. They've got the Nuggets waiting for them on Sunday evening in Dunedin. You can see what the Giants were looking to do there. Chamberlain was the target. Ball not clear though, and the Sharks come up with it. Collier. Quake Webster sends it back to the big fella. Look at Sammy Dempster. He's saying, come at me. And he did, and it was stripped away. The one man he didn't see was Chamberlain.
Oh, I love that help side defense. Again, you saw they spread the floor well, but great job from Chamberlain to sneak in behind, catch that ball off Collier.
And Sammy Dempster catching the arm there of Burtonshaw. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Caleb Chamberlain says, thank you very much, and I'll do as I please.
That's a great defensive play. I love that. Sneaking in behind the big man when he thinks he's got a clear lane. Just sneaking in behind the back. Nice little slam for Chamberlain.
I was down in Palmerston North last night, Kaysen, and saw the Jets in action. They took down the Fire by 22. Jets are on a bit of a run right now. That's going to be an offensive foul against Hayden Collier. Jets are on a run. They've won their last 3. They've taken care of business against the Airs, the Hawks, and the Fire. And I've got to say, there is some real joy and energy at Flytami Arena right now.
Well, I mean, coming off the back of the 2023-2024 season, I think they're excited with the way things are going, especially off the back of Corey Webster. Again, different coach, and I think he has some pretty high standards. But my favorite thing about Coach Webster is his simplicity. He doesn't overcomplicate anything. It's like, hey, this is what you need to do. Do it. Okay, you're not doing it. You're coming out, put someone in that can do it. And I think simplifying things has really helped them out.
Yeah, they made that change to their starting lineup with Isaac Miller-Joseph. They haven't lost since. So credit to the coaching staff. They got that call right. They're back in action tomorrow against the Panthers. The Jets army is up and running. The Giants are up and running. And another 3 goes down. Caleb Chamberlain, happy with that one.
Oh man, they are just letting it fly for deep tonight. Absolute weapons from the three-point line. 47% on the night.
79 points scored so far in this one tonight. Riley Snow adds 2. Giants are looking at a 50-piece. Of course, don't forget, these are only 16-minute games in the Rapid League. So it is up and down. Not a lot of X's and O's here. This is run and fire away, just like that for Dane Burtonshaw.
I love the concept of it because it's kind of like 3-on-3. It's only half a court, but it's just constant battling for 10 minutes. And you see it here, it's only 16 minutes. But I like the quick pace, the quick shots, not a whole lot of time to run an extensive offense. Got to get a shot off quick. And you've seen it here tonight from the Giants. Done such a great job shooting the ball. And again, credit to them, but Sharks as well. 33 points is still quite a significant number in a Rapid League. But defensively, you really have to be on your game, especially against this Giant squad.
Caleb Chamberlain's running into a bit of form here at the moment. That's one from the Chemist Warehouse. Second one rolls in and out. They move to 49. 1 minute 40 to go. There's Riley Snow. Burtonshaw. Sends it back out. Cooper. For 3. Deep. Now the Giants on the run again. Cooper Adams is out there. Colin Williams has had a really nice game. Couldn't land a blow there. Giants are going to win it. Just a case of the final margin. Burtonshaw surrounded by blue singlets. Centered back out to Tukaha Cooper, I should say. And we know that he can certainly score.
Oh, absolutely. He's been pivotal for the Sharks Rapid League team this season in the alley-oop.
Oh, hello. Did I say Caleb Chamberlain was running into a bit of form?
Oh my gosh, what a play. Uncontested. Nice little pass there. You'll see it here on the GJ Gardner Holmes replay. Again, a nice, perfect execution. Defense completely unaware. Behind the back of Riley Snow.
And those passes aren't easy. Colin Williams, you got to get them pinpoint.
Oh, absolutely. It's a bit of a finesse for those shots. I can't say I've actually done an alley-oop dunk myself, but I have received a couple of alley-oop nice little layups.
There we go. Here's Williams again. Let's see what the Giants come up with here. 51 in the game for them tonight. Impressive. 20 seconds to play. Chamberlain to the corner. Stepping around. Lucky Crate adds 2.
It's so important for the Giants here in the Rapid League to get as many points as they can to help bump their Sal's team up the ladder as much as they can.
Absolutely. All of these points, of course, for and against, go across to the Sal's NBL. Tukaha Cooper, he's going to get 3 late looks. The Chemist Warehouse stripe, fair bit of shopping for him with 2.9 seconds to play. He's had 6 in the game. First one, a friendly roll over the top. Caleb Chamberlain up to 13 points. His second half has been a dream run.
Oh, absolutely. Coming into this, he was only averaging 5 points a game. 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2 rebounds. And he's quite a great shooter from the free throw line, but you just seen it tonight. Like you said, really coming into form.
And a BNZ player timeout called late here for the Giants to advance and take the last shot of the game. It's been a good one for them in the Sky Broadband Rapid League tonight. BNZ player timeout, of course, means that you get the chance to scan that QR code and go and fill out your details. A chance to win tickets to the Sal's NBL this season with thanks to BNZ. They are inspiring the next generation of basketballers, boys and girls all over the country. BNZ, fantastic program this one, the ticket to the big game. Let's see what the Giants do with 2.9 seconds to play.
What do you think, another alley-oop play?
Well, Caleb Chamberlain is on the far side here, so keep an eye on that. You know they'll come up with a shot. They're pretty good with their set plays. Chamberlain comes through. Williams up high. Oh, well, on that occasion, they just gave it straight to Quake Webster. I gave them a pump up and the tyres were deflated very, very quickly. So that'll do us. Sky Broadband Rapid League tonight. A really good win in the end for the Giants. High scoring, 92 points in the game. And the Giants get home 53-39. Let's take a quick look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Lots of scoring. Have a look at that.
Yeah, 12 points for Burtonshaw again. Huge game for him. 13 for Chamberlain. Inwood with 12, as well as Williams, Dempster. Again, the Giants just spreading the scoring out nicely amongst those 5 players. And again, 9 for Cooper, 5 for Webster, 4 apiece for Collier and Snow. This Rapid League Giants team is pretty unstoppable at the moment. Rebounds, 4 for Ledger, 6 for Dempster, just doing Dempster things. 3 apiece for Webster, Snow, and Burtonshaw. Crate cleaning up well with 4. Inwood and Adams with 2, and Collier with 1. You see the assist there, nicely done from Inwood and Williams. 3 apiece. And 2 apiece for Collier, Cooper, and Ledger. Really
like Cohen Williams' game tonight. We saw him on the assist for that big alley-oop. And he hit some big threes as well, didn't he? Chamberlain with a couple of steals and Riley Snow with 2 for the Sharks. So the Giants with that case and move to 6-2 on the season in the Rapid League. And the Sharks to 2-8. All eyes now, though, here on Anzac Day we look ahead to tonight's Southland NBL action. The Sharks at home coming off a memorable road trip. Can they continue their good form tonight? The Giants, new look tonight. Two players coming into the lineup, Callum McRae and Jeremy Combs. They are going to be a lot bigger and a lot stronger as they search for their first win of season 2025. Stick with us, that's not too far away tonight. Southland's NBL, the Sharks and the Giants. We'll see you soon. Kia ora. Yep, all good, no dramas. Match key, Sharks and Giants, beauty, well done. We've got the pole. Commentators first, yep. Done. Head into the pole. Fantastic. Gee, Sharks, 90%. Oh, wow, a couple of wins, that's what we'll do.
Damn.
Ladder, yep, that's all updated. Bulls had a win earlier today, 7-3, fantastic. Bottom half of the table. Hawks dropped to 5-5, Sharks 4-5. Can level that up tonight. Nice work. Games coming up. Triple header tomorrow. Saints and Hawks on Sunday. Nuggets and Giants on Sunday as well. I'll mention that. Giants starters. McNaught, Robinson, McRae, Coombs and Judd. Okay. McRae is a centre. McRae is a centre.
7'1" guard.
Great, thank you. IV is Callum McRae.
Well, Callum, welcome back to Invercargill and welcome back to the NBL. Talk us through your Japan experience, mate. How did it roll?
It was an awesome experience. A lot different to the New Zealand League, but loved it. Looking forward to going back, hopefully.
And you look like you've come in great shape. So did you enjoy it both on and off the court?
Yeah, nah. I mean, you play 2 days a week, so
Great. Shark starters. Burton, Asbury, Hillu, Boone, Alec. Yep, all good. And interview is Josiah Alec.
An outstanding return on the road last weekend for the team. What sort of confidence has that put into the camp this past week?
I mean, it was great, especially after the to play even more desperate than they are.
Wish you well, mate. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chemist Warehouse head to head.
Jeez. 0-5, Alec and Robinson, top scoring, top rebounders. Robinson, just the one to look out for.
Beautiful.
He's the man.
Buttercard officials. Yeah, nice. Okay. Cheers, guys. See you soon.
So you can see, you know, what I get up with that little ball, that's, you know, the outside. There you go, this is the other stand, you make the way over the outside, for the next one hash. We're going to sit with the ball distance, right, way up. We put the captain also together with the reserve leader. So whoever the way up and see if we can say no. Anybody up here, you're going to throw your hands up, and then you're going to find her, if you think you know. I can see some orange up here, so that's always a good start. And what's your name? Is it? Maggie. Right, Maggie, how many world records do you know? Lots. Okay, you've got huge one. So we mix those things with which world leader do you think it is? You think it's the Dawn? Let's have a look. Very Kentucky. Have a look at that. So there you go. That's what the Dawn will look like with actual gear. And also with a little bit of actual gear as well too. Right, so now we go to number 3. You'll have no idea about the fun. I know it looks like the place hasn't changed, but we have actually done some electric here. So this is of course the desire with which pops up. Do anyone know? Does anybody know? User is looking around at the end here. He looks like he knows. He looks like he does it over his body to the side. Right, what's your name? Bob. Right along, way back to this side with which pops up. You reckon it's let's have a look. Oh, there she goes. Yes, that's there you go, mate. Pretty hard to work out which one's the design. Anyway. Two fine-looking people. So there you go. Well through. So this is Southland. That is
Kia ora everyone, mai hara mai, hello and welcome to ILT Stadium Southland in the deep south. The Shark Tank, the home of the Southland Sharks, and boy are they resurging after 2 big wins last week on the road. Tonight they take on the NBS Nelson Giants. They look different tonight to incoming players as they search for their first win of the season. Hello, hope you're well on Anzac Day. A big thank you and much respect to those who have fallen, those who have served, and those who continue to serve right around the world. Justin Nelson and Kaysen Bookman with you. Lovely to see you, Kaysen, and I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh, well, I mean, look at the mixandpick.com poll here at the beginning of the game. Sharks, the heavy favorite. Although I'm going to pull for the Giants. You know, I want to see them get their first win of the season. And what better way to start it out than to bring in 2 new players and get this Nelson Giants team going.
Yeah, we'll talk about those inclusions shortly. Just 12%, as you said, going with the Giants. Have your say. Scan that QR code. Would love to hear from you. Who do you think is going to win tonight's game? Busy times as always. Week 7 of the season. Let's have a look at the ladder, the way that it stands right now. There's still 5 games to come across the weekend. Saints up on top. Bulls had a win this afternoon.
That was a crazy game. A lot of start and stop for those of you that watched it at home. Probably felt like it went on forever, but the Bulls prevailed with, I believe, an 8-point win in the end.
How about those Jets? They've won their last 3. The Giants sitting in 11th. Gee, they would love a win tonight.
I think they're begging for a win tonight. They're going to really need to put it on the floor, especially against this Sharks team that seems to be firing on all cylinders.
Well, here's what's ahead of us. We've got a triple header coming up tomorrow. Jets at home to the Panthers, searching for their 4th win in a row at home to Jets. Tuatara and the Rams, that'll be a big one. That'll be a huge one, in fact. 2 of the teams to watch in season 2025. And of course, that is a grand final rematch right there. The Airs and the Fire, can the Fire bounce back? They have lost their last couple. Saints and the Hawks on Sunday afternoon, and I can tell you Sunday evening the Nuggets are at home to the Giants on the southern swing. Speaking of which, let's have a look at the visitors tonight in white, the NBS Nelson Giants, and 2 significant ins. Cal McRae in for his first game of the season. Nice to have a big 7'1" centre in the lineup. And a new import, Jeremy Combs.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how these 2 fit in with this Giants lineup. I mean, they can only go up from here. So again, like you said, a 7-footer inside is pretty nice.
Well, let's not forget Callum McRae, in between his stints with the Giants, was a Sharks player. He's back in the Shark Tank tonight. He's a new incoming centre, just what the Giants need. And we had a chat with him a short time ago.
Callum, welcome back to Invercargill and welcome back to the NBL. Talk us through your Japan experience, mate. How did it roll?
It was an awesome experience. A lot different to the New Zealand League, but loved it. Looking forward to going back, hopefully.
And you look like you've come in great shape. So did you enjoy it both on and off the court?
Yeah, nah. I mean, you play 2 days a week, so Saturday, Sunday, back to back. So I guess that does it to you. But yeah, coming back good.
So you're straight into it, right? Has it been a introduce yourself to your teammates sort of situation this past week?
I mean, I played for them 2 years ago, and there's a few other guys that are the same, but yeah, a little bit. I didn't know Alex and Jeremy before, so we sort of learn as we go.
And look, a good opportunity to come in, right? And I guess get out on the court that obviously you know well from last season with your Sharks tenure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking always good to come back to the Shark Tank. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just playing. It's gonna be fun.
Wish you well, mate. Good luck out there.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, I think I can get away with it as an Aussie on Anzac Day, but why do Kiwis answer questions with yeah, nah?
You're talking to an American. I have no idea.
Where does that come from?
I have no idea.
Rightio, let's have a look at the home team tonight. Burton, Asbury, Hillu, Boone and Alec. It's a pretty settled starting 5, and boy, did this team respond in a massive way on the road last week, Kaysen.
They have been unbelievable behind the dynamic duo of Boone and Alec. Their 1-2 game is insane. And then you've got Asbury just distributing the ball well. Burton, obviously, tried and true favorite for the fans. And then Hillu as well. I mean, this lineup is as stacked as you can get it.
Well, if you are new to the Sal's NBL and you're sitting back watching tonight, keep an eye on Josiah Alec, number 53 for the Sharks. He is an athletic beast, and we caught up with him just before tonight's tip-off.
An outstanding return on the road last weekend for the team. What sort of confidence has that put into the camp this past week?
I mean, it was great, especially after the amount of close ones we've had and bad taste in our mouth we've had leaving, Canterbury and Christchurch. I mean, it felt good to get 2 in a row, especially against Franklin. They've been playing really well, and so to get them on a 2-day turnaround felt really good for our confidence and just got us knowing how we should be playing.
And you got a Giants team tonight, which is an interesting proposition and a bit of a different proposition probably to what we've seen out on court over the first 6 or 7 weeks of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely not undermining them or thinking less of them because of their record. I mean, they've had a lot of close losses, and they've probably played one of the toughest schedules in the NBL so far. So, I mean, and we got, returning player, Callum coming in, so, he's not going to have any kind of away. This is really a homecoming for him. And so, yeah, I mean, this is looking like a really good team, and, obviously we haven't won at home, so we're trying to play even more desperate than they are.
Wish you well, mate. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Playing at the last post, Anzac Day clash between the Sharks and the Giants. Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. We'll bring that back up for you so you can see how these two teams line up. And what I'm really interested in here, we've talked about Alec, but how about Alex Robinson? He's leading all 3 categories, the big categories for the Giants.
I mean, it's a pretty impressive feat to be top scorer, top rebounder, and top distributor. And it's just a tough feat to do, and Robinson has done it all.
And he's the point guard.
It's pretty crazy. It's a really impressive feat for him. But again, you see Alec as well, top scorer and rebounder, and then another great distributor in Asbury.
Rightio, so not too far away from a start here tonight. Our Bartercard officials, Matt Bathurst there. He'll be joined by Marty Davison and Blake Rosanowski. The Sharks in their orange as normal here at the Shark Tank as they prepare to do battle. There's the mixandpick.com poll. The Giants actually edging up a little bit, up to 19% with the viewers now. Sharks, though, easily the favourites, coming in at 81%.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty easy vote if you're at home and you're not following the NBL as much. You see it on the ladder. Sharks are doing a lot better than the Giants, but if you look over at the Giants bench, you will see a 7-footer on the sideline, and that, that'll give you a little bit of favor if you are Giants fans. If it were me, I'd stick my vote over there.
Yeah, well, there's a few that are joining you at the moment. Justin Nelson, Kason Bookman with you for this one tonight. Hello to everyone watching around the world, ESPN in the United States, FIBA YouTube around the world, and also live into China tonight as well. And of course, right here on Sky Sport in New Zealand. Got to say, much respect to those who have served, continue to serve. But I love sport on Anzac Day.
Are you a big fan?
Fantastic. Love these big events on Anzac Day. We're so lucky to be able to do this. And we are set to go here at the Shark Tank. And it'll be whose ball? Look out, big Kel McRae comes up with it. The Giants get first possession. Great to have Cal McRae back in the competition. Back of the iron, Alex McNaught stepping into a 3. Chance for Robinson. And he opens things up for the Giants.
That's a great opener from Robinson. Again, just showcasing why he's #1 scorer for the Giants.
Good to see Alex McNaught out there as well. Looked like he had a pretty serious ankle injury last week against the Saints, so he's recovered really well. Here's Asbury with Robinson. What a matchup that is. Alec underneath.
And that is going to be a problem for the big 7-footer going against the speed and the athleticism of Alec.
Unable to get his opening basket, Jeremy Combs. He's the new import for the Giants, wearing the number 42. Johnny Hillu. Alec keeps it in. Super athletic to Asbury. If they get a basket out of this, mark it down to Josiah Alec. Boone for 3. Alec underneath. Sends it back out. 3rd time lucky. Burton to Alec. Hillu. Shot clock at 7. Asbury. Foul is called against Robinson, who's not happy with it and probably just needs to settle down a little bit. But I want to cast everybody's mind back to Josiah Alec.
That's why he's my favorite player in the competition this season. You saw it there, just absolutely throwing his body on the line, setting his teammates up. I think this was the opening play for him. But again, moving on and off the ball, he's just everywhere all at once, keeping the play alive for the Sharks on the 2nd play down the floor.
Boone to Asbury. Asbury for 3.
Oh,
Rattles it in.
that was an amazing play. Heads-up play from Asbury, rejecting the screen with a behind-the-back dribble. Pull up for 3.
Playing with a lot of confidence, aren't they, the Sharks? We were talking about this earlier in the Sky Broadband Rapidly. By the way, that earlier result, a win for the Giants, getting home 53-39, but just talking about the efforts of the Sharks last week. A little bit of a block there from Asbury. Sharks are 4-5 on the season. They get those 2 wins on the road against the Bulls last week. There's a big difference between 4-5 and 2-7.
A huge difference between 4-5 and 2-7. And again, winning on the road against those 2 teams is not an easy feat. And they did such a great job, especially off the back of that man there who just committed the foul. Boone, with him and Alec. Asbury actually in the game that I called, Asbury wasn't in very much. He was in some serious foul trouble for most of the game. Came alive late in the 4th quarter. Again, such a strong lineup they have, the Sharks.
There's Jeremy Combs, new import for the Giants. He gets his first point in the NZNBL, has come straight to New Zealand from Japan, the 29-year-old. And he's got a couple of points to start things off. Collegiate career, North Texas, LSU, and Texas Southern. And also plenty of international experience, Israel, Japan, and Australia. Great to have him here in New Zealand. And let's see how he goes for the Giants tonight. There's Boone searching. Alec underneath, nowhere to go, to the corner for Hillu.
Oh,
Terrific basketball from the Sharks.
that's just a great offensive set against that zone defense that the Giants tried to throw on them. Great penetration into the paint and a kick to the corner, and that almost steal for the Sharks. It'll stay with the Giants. Again, I really like the defensive pressure the Sharks are putting on recently.
Hello to everyone tuning in on Sky Sport TikTok tonight as well. Great to have you with us. Friday Night Lights. Every Friday night we've got a game for you from the Salsa NBL. Combs. Robinson. And I reckon he's travelled there. He has. He knew it straight away as well.
Yeah, it's unlucky there. I like that skip pass look with the flare screen from Combs to Robinson. Just unfortunate extra step there for him.
Of course, this is the second of a double on Anzac Day. Earlier this afternoon, the Bulls on the road took down the Hawks 88-80. The Bulls bouncing back from what we can only term as an indifferent loss last week to the Sharks, a 43-point drubbing. I didn't see that coming. I don't know whether it tells us more about the Sharks or about the Bulls, but the Bulls have bounced back this afternoon.
Yeah, they really did. They needed to bounce back after that embarrassing loss. But again, credit to the Sharks. They shot the lights out. 19 from 39 from behind the arc.
had a day out, didn't they, at the Stockyard? Asbury misses at one end. Here's Cal McRae in for the Giants tonight. He's also just returned from Japan. Liam Judd for three.
He's so solid off of that shot. Coming, nice curl screen. Liam Judd balanced. Excellent shot from him.
And let's not forget, this was the court a couple of years ago where Liam Judd really arrived in the Southland NBL playing for the Jets. He had a big game on this court, so he'll be feeling pretty good about seeing that first shot go down tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Underneath, Combs is fouled. That'll be Boone's second foul. And Jeremy Combs is headed back to the Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah, again, Boone has got to look out. That's a tough matchup for him down low. Combs, excellent seal. And a great job getting to the Chemist stripe. But if you're the Sharks right now, you don't want to see Keelan Boone go to the bench this early in the game. Not even 4 minutes have passed. And he will probably be on the bench for the majority of this first half unless he can keep it under control in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's a big blow, isn't it, for the Sharks? Combs, 3 of 3 now from the Chemist Warehouse. And the Sharks have to go with some early rotations here. Keelan Boone sitting with 2 fouls. Make that a perfect start from the stripe for Combs. And the Giants lead by 2. Ledger into the action with Boone sitting. Asbury, look away, and the dunk for Ledger. Mark it down to Caleb Asbury.
He sold that pass extremely well. Got the defense to commit, but an excellent cut and a slam.
Averages 7.5 assists a game, Caleb Asbury. He's up in the top couple of the league. McNaught for 3. Judd keeps it alive. Robinson for 3. Back of the iron, look at Alec.
That's what he does. He just flies out of nowhere and cleans up the boards. Again, take it all the way. Josiah Alec. No finish on that, but he will find himself at the stripe.
Have you ever heard the term Smart Alec?
All the time.
He wears number 53 for the Sharks. He's a clever player, Josiah Alec. There's that dish from Asbury to Ledger. Every time Alec has the ball in his hands, there's just something clever unfolding, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. He can see the play ahead of the play. And if he doesn't, he's hustling after the ball. Any misstep from the offense, he's there to clean it up. Whether it's offensive boards, defensive boards, or just sacrificing himself into the stands. He keeps the offense alive.
4 points, 3 rebounds and assist already for Josiah Alec. And the Sharks by 2. Nice battle early here tonight. Friday night lights in the Salmons NBL. McNaught, Judd, McRae doubled down low, dribbles out of it. McNaught, oh, slapped away by Asbury. Look at this for a finish. Caleb Asbury.
So exciting. That's his second block of the game so far. Again, that's pretty impressive for a guard to be averaging 1 block a game. Caleb Asbury just showing his athleticism in the Sharks defense. Alex sprinting down the lane. And again, just throwing it off the shoe of Asbury. They're just going to slow it down.
Lucky to keep that in then, Caleb Asbury. Really lucky. Burton loves to catch, loves to shoot. Oh, that was halfway down. They go again. Another offensive rebound for the Sharks. Burton steps around McNaught through traffic. Oh, the pass was clever, I suppose, in the end. Wasn't delivered right, but they're going to get out of it. There's that block from Asbury, and he loves those situations.
I mean, if you're McNaught and you've got someone like Caleb Asbury guarding you, who you know is a prolific shot blocker for a guard, you've got to get that shot off quicker, or do a ball fake, try to get him up in the air, then dribble to the side for an easier shot. As Alonzo Burton lets it fly, can't connect. Alec hitting the deck.
Well, Burton's had 2 wide open looks now as well. The Giants will need to be really careful there because he goes at 45% from the arc. He won't miss too many more of those. Robinson too far from home. McRae on Alec. Gets busy, tries to go underneath. Great defense, Alec. Better offense.
Not much you can do. There's
Wow.
not much you can do against a 7-footer with that kind of length if you're Alec. He did a great job bodying him up, but an excellent job from McRae to just keep that ball high.
4 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Asbury knew it was off straight away, left it short. Robinson. Corner. Hayden Jones onto the floor. The young teenager, Alec, picked that one off. He saw it coming. And just that tenacity's there on display. I've seen him take out corporate tables, take out signs so far this season. He has no fear.
No.
There he is, Josiah Alec.
He probably played football growing up, 100%. Willing to sacrifice his body any which way.
Well, one of the corporate tables here a few weeks ago got a big surprise midway through the game when number 53 planted himself in the middle. Cal McRae, there's that size, the putback.
Yeah, a great job there from McRae to clean that rebound up. No chance for Asbury to block that one.
And the Giants tied up. Asbury has been involved a lot early. Alec can hit threes. There you go. He's not just an inside player, ladies and gentlemen, Josiah Alec.
He's not just the muscle on the floor. The guy can shoot. The guy can defend. Again, he's a freak athlete, putting it on display.
Robinson. Judd takes it and burns his way to the basket.
I love his game. Liam Judd, again, another fearless player. He's so solid, always has been in this NBL league.
Basket for basket. Entertaining stuff on Anzac Day. Hope you're enjoying it. Ledger.
Great job from Ledger. He's doing an excellent job cutting to the basket, and his teammates are finding him on the cuts.
Giants searching for their first win of the season. They look a little bit different tonight. Certainly look a lot bigger, that's for sure. Robinson bodied out of it by Tukaha Cooper.
Again, great recognition there from the Giants. Way to take it to the body of Tukaha Cooper. And Robinson will check out of the game.
Yeah, takes a break. 2:20 to play in this opening quarter. McNaught to Jones. Combs is back out there. Tries to set a bit of a screen there for Hayden Jones. And welcome to New Zealand, Jeremy Combs. Called for the moving screen, the offensive foul.
He's going to have to get used to those.
It's a learning lesson, isn't it?
It definitely is. I guess he's probably going to get a few of those. If I were to put my money on it, he might get called for a few of those early on in the season.
It is a point of emphasis in the Sal's NBL. I hope Coach Mike Fitchett gave him the rundown before tonight. Maybe that one slipped through the cracks. Asbury, Alec!
Oh, that's a great play from the Sharks. Coming off the double screen was Asbury curling over the top. And again, Alec rolling to the basket. And another answer back for Combs.
Yeah, that's a really good take to the hoop. And Alec actually did well not to foul there. Combs is up to 6 points on debut now. That's his first field goal. All the other points have come from the Chemist Warehouse. Margin at 3. Cooper pulls up at the stripe. Nails that, made that look really easy.
Oh, it was so easy. All off the back of the on-ball screen from Josiah Alec. Again, just clearing the space, making it so easy for his teammates. So great at those on-ball screens.
Dempster down low, Lockie Crate into the action. There's a foul there on Asbury. Combs is becoming a bit of a menace.
He looks like he's going to put a hoop in a school or a playground by himself tonight.
There's that finish from Josiah Alec. Yeah, it's a good point, Case, and don't forget every made shot from the Chemist Warehouse stripe in season 2025. It adds some funds to the kitty, to the piggy bank. And with thanks to Chemist Warehouse, we're raising funds for Hoops in Parks and Hoops in Schools right across New Zealand. Wonderful program from Basketball New Zealand with terrific support from Chemist Warehouse. He's 6 of 6 in this opening quarter from the stripe. So you're right. There's going to be a hoop going up somewhere with thanks to Jeremy Combs.
Yeah, he's shooting extremely well in his opening game here. 100% for Combs on the night. Like you said, hopefully that's not a commentator's curse. Hopefully he can keep the trend rolling.
Pelou got through the Giants zone there for 2.
I'm not sure how he went untouched. He had 3 Giants players on him, and he just managed to find the gap between them.
Here's Combs, this time from outside. Didn't drop. Alec, big rebound. He's dominating the glass so far here tonight. And he's only got white singlets to look at. Sends it down low. Cooper the target. Somehow came up with it, Tukaha Cooper.
Again, just cleaning it up are the Sharks on offense. Not giving up on the play. You saw it there. Cooper able to clean that one up. Got the easy 2.
We're out by 7 now. So finishing the quarter strongly. Here's Jones, McNaught. Looking for some penetration. Hayden Jones, good up fake. Got Cooper well off the floor. Couldn't drain the 3. Mark it down and another rebound. And interestingly, I don't mind this. Josiah Alec signals a BNZ player timeout. There's this theory that you've got to wait till deep in the second and deep in the fourth. But Josiah Alec says, hey, we've got 4 seconds. It might be quarter number 1. But let's advance and try and get a score here. BNZ player timeout, the ticket to the big game. Scan the QR code, fill in your details for your chance to win some tickets and come and join us this season. I like this.
You're right. I actually do like it as well, because a lot of the time players might forget about it deep into the second quarter, but using it early, why not make a statement here in the last seconds of the first quarter?
Especially if they score here. Asbury, it's going to be tough. And he wasn't too far away, was he?
It looks good from our angle.
So 1 quarter down tonight here at the Shark Tank. And the Orange Army is up and about. The Sharks lead by 7. And as we head off to a break here on Sky Sport in New Zealand, it's our chance tonight to say hello to everybody on TikTok tuning in. Friday Night Lights, hope you're well. Also on FIBA YouTube, and we might also have our audience from China with us at the moment as well. Feel free to leave us a message and say hello. Let us know where you're watching in from right around the world. Good game so far, Kaysen. Sharks by 7.
I mean, it has been an unbelievable game from both sides of the court, but again, my favorite player of the competition, Josiah Alec, just absolutely mopping it up. He's got 5 rebounds, 9 points already on this game, and the newcomer, Jeremy Combs, cruising along with 8, shooting 6 from 6 from the chemist stripe.
Not bad, hey? For everyone watching on Sky Sport TikTok, feel free to leave us a question or 2, and we'll come back for a couple of longer commercial breaks at halftime and have a chat with you and talk some hoops here from the Shark Tank tonight. There's always something interesting to look at in the NZNBL. You sit back and you enjoy it. Have a good one. Anzac Day here in New Zealand. We're coming back from a break. We'll talk to you at halftime. No, my hockey Maya, welcome back to the Deep South tonight. 1 quarter down, and it's the Sharks leading by 7. Kaysen Bookman joining me in commentary tonight. Justin Nelson with you. What's standing out with the Chemist Warehouse stats at the moment, Kaysen?
I think it's the hustle plays for me. It's the things that don't really show up. You might see a rebound, a steal, or whatnot, but for me, it's the bodies being on the ground, the hustle after the ball, sacrificing, putting it all on the line to get every single possession, and that's what the Sharks are doing here tonight.
Alec leading the way with 9 points. Another offensive rebound, this time Ledger to Cooper. And some second chance points right there for the Sharks.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what they need. Again, just like I said earlier, really hanging in there and getting those second chance points. Coming into the game, they're averaging 10 a game. But look to see a few more of those tonight with the way that they're hustling on every offensive possession.
Well, that's their 5th offensive rebound, the Sharks. McNaught gets his way through to the hoop. And on their 30 points, 10 assists as well.
Impressive numbers again, distributing the ball well, moving the ball well, penetrating the lanes, just playing some really nice basketball.
Yeah, playing with confidence, aren't they? Isn't it amazing what a road trip can do? You know, ahead of those 2 wins on the road against the Bulls last week. They packed up, jump on the plane. They're 2 wins and 5 losses, and just that chance to gel and get together and spend time on the road together, it works, doesn't it?
It really does. You can build some amazing chemistry. There's nothing like being stuck on a bus or on a plane and you got to talk to your teammates, you got to hang out with them.
Oh, you make that sound bad. Oh, hello. Got to have a chat with you. I'm sitting next to you. Sorry about that.
I mean, it's a good thing if you're kind of forced to do it, you know? It's good for chemistry. That's what you sign up for.
Oh, I love it. Margin of 10. Giants need a response here. This isn't looking good. Coaching staff sitting on the sidelines at the moment watching on. McNaught in and out. He's had a few looks from deep. Oh, Sammy Dempster. Maybe this will get the Giants up and running. Combs, Dempster. Can he do something special here? Season number 14 for Sammy D. Another 3-point look from McNaught. I reckon there was a hand on that one. And the Sharks come forward. Cooper. Oh, all the way, Tukaha Cooper.
Oh, that was a good look from Cooper again. Nobody was standing in his way. Just keep pushing the pace like that. Sharks defense leading to offense.
Let's not forget, Keelan Boone has only played 3.5 minutes. He's sitting with 2 fouls. This is even more impressive from the Sharks.
Just goes to show their depth.
Dempster. Well, he's a true leader, isn't he? He'll be hoping that gives his teammates a little bit of encouragement.
It might be the kick up the bum they need to get things going offensively. Nothing like bringing a veteran in to get things going.
Oh, Will Ledger's having a bit of fun tonight.
He is. He's taking up this opportunity again with Keelan Boone on the sidelines. He's forced to step up, and he's done such a great job tonight.
6 points, 2 rebounds for Will Ledger so far. Jones to Crate, covered by Cooper. Had Dempster open in the corner, and that wasn't the intended target.
Will Ledger is fired up. I don't know if you saw him on that last play, but with that turnover, he was clapping, he was turning to his teammates, really amping them up. As you see, Keelan Boone checks back into the game. Ledger stays on the court. Again, nice to see this chemistry build for the Sharks team. Defense has been the story for them, causing so many turnovers early on.
Boone back out there. Jonathan Yim, the coach, rolling the dice. Alec out there as well. Left that one a little bit flat and short. Giants have got to get moving here. We saw the scoring power of the Sharks last week against the Bulls. Robinson back on the floor. That one was halfway down. Ledger another rebound. Boone now through traffic, took a bump. Giants will come up with it. Jones to Robinson. Combs wants it. Our first look at him in the Cells NBL tonight. Hayden Jones is just so good from that spot.
He really is. And again, you've got Josiah Alec leaping at you as you're about to take that shot. Ice in his veins, knocks it down right in front of his face.
Margin at 7. That was the margin at quarter time. Alec keeps it alive for Boone for 3. Timeout called by the Giants.
A necessary timeout for them. Again, Keelan Boone coming in after sitting out most of the first quarter, knocking down a triple. What a statement from him.
Averages 22 points and 8 rebounds a game this season, Keelan Boone, and he's been in ripping form of late. Josiah Alec, 23 points, 10.5 rebounds a game as well. They're the two to watch for the Sharks. The road ahead is an interesting road ahead for these two teams. I'll tell you about that in a moment. Here's the large veggie pizza with thanks to Sal's. That's this week's Sal's Super Special in New Zealand, of course. I know we've got a lot of viewers around the world. This is available in New Zealand. If you want home delivery and you're in China or Venezuela, it ain't going to happen. But for those in New Zealand, scan that QR code. That's available until next Tuesday with thanks to our friends at Sal's. The Sharks at the moment tonight is game 1 of a 5-game home stretch. But adversely, the other side for the Giants, this is game 1 of a 5-game away stretch. In fact, you can extend that to 6 because they just played the Saints away as well. Next 3 for the Giants, Nuggets away, that's coming up on Sunday. Then they've got the Jets away and the Hawks away. Tough games. The Sharks, this home run, Rams tonight, then the Panthers, then the Nuggets. All winnable games.
That is such a tough stretch for the Giants, who need to win 12 of their next 15 games.
At least.
At least, minimum, bare minimum.
Well, they started the season, their first 5 games were against the top 5 teams from last season. So it was a tough stretch. But they're 0-7 on the season, and Keelan Boone just drains another triple in their face.
The rhythm, again, Takaha Cooper set that up beautifully. When you know you've got Keelan Boone trailing you, the unselfish play there, you saw it from Cooper, again, setting him up in rhythm. Boone able to knock it down from probably one of his favorite spots on the court.
Combs. Jones sends it back to the new import. Steps around Burton. Made that look really easy, didn't he, Jeremy Combs?
Oh, yeah, that was just a big boy play there from Combs. Again, using the body, the contact, and just working his way around Alonzo Burton.
He's up to 10 points now. He's the Giants' leading scorer on debut tonight. Burton around Hayden Jones. Some experience there. Just letting the young buck know exactly how to do it.
No, I mean, you saw him get bullied on the last play, and of course he's going to answer back with a little bit of bullying himself on the other side.
Liam Judd has already hit a 3 tonight, gives that up. Tukaha Cooper with the strip down low. Oh, Zoe Burton's got a long look at this.
Oh.
A long, long look. And I've got to tell you, 45% on the season. He averages 3 triples a game. When Alonzo Burton has this long to look at the basket, it is lights out.
And a great job from the Sharks, again, in transition, hitting players in rhythm. The ones that you know can make it rain from deep. Again, excellent work from the Sharks.
We were talking earlier tonight during the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. If you're just joining us, that one earlier tonight, the Giants got home over the Sharks. And we were talking about favourite players. Hold that thought, Kaysen, because I need to talk about this. The Trans-Tasman Throwdown is coming up. Finally, after 10 years, the Australians and the Kiwis are about to lock horns again. The Tall Blacks up against the Boomers. The 2 Degrees Tall Ferns taking on the Opals. They're playing in Adelaide and the Sunshine Coast in Australia before coming to New Zealand on Sunday, May 11 in Hamilton. Those tickets are available right now. Globox Arena, come and join us. We'll have all the action right here on Sky Sport. But if you can join us at Globox Arena in Hamilton, well, Anzac Day, Aussies and the Kiwis. What a great time to promote this.
Well, I have no better time to promote this. Again, it'll be such an exciting game. Get out, get amongst it. Come and watch the Trans-Tasman Throwdown.
Favourite players? We've been having that conversation through the evening. Can I just add Alonzo Burton to my list?
Oh, yeah. You love the veteran players.
My list is growing. It is growing, but there is no way I'm leaving Alonzo Burton off that list. Oh, Combs down low did really well there. He was double. Now, who's this on? Is this on Boone or Alec?
Alec's he's got to put his hand up.
He has to put his hand up because Boone's already got 2 fouls.
I thought initially it might have been Boone with the way that Combs was able to clear him out, but I believe it's going to be called on Alec.
Well, the fact that Boone just walked away nonplussed there tells you that it's not on him. So Josiah Alec has taken the foul.
A collective exhale from the Sharks, able to keep Boone on the floor.
He looked kind of guilty there for a moment, didn't he?
He definitely did.
He was worried.
But Combs really just showcasing his strength down low. Clearing out Alec and Boone on that play is not an easy feat.
Leaves that one short. He hasn't missed too many from the Chemist Warehouse tonight. It is an 18-9 run in this second quarter. Boone around Alec. Does he get around McRae? Well, he found a way.
I don't know how he did it, but he must have longer arms than I can see from here. Getting it over the big man, 7 foot tall, as the Giants find the big man underneath to answer back. And that's going to be back-to-back fouls called against Alec.
Yeah, right there, Alec and Boone again. And they're both looking worried now as they have a look at who the foul is on. Alex's second personal. Keelan Boone also has 2, so that is a bit of a watch there for the Sharks with 4 minutes to play in this first half.
I mean, at this stage in the game, you've got a comfortable lead. You can afford to take Alec out of the game. He's contributed heaps in this first half. Give the guy a little bit of a breather. Don't give him that third cheeky foul going into the second half.
Well, Will Ledger's been a more than admirable backup so far tonight. 6 points, 3 rebounds for him. McRae converts a couple from the Chemist Warehouse. And the margin at 16. Let's see how the Sharks respond. Burtonshaw and Hillu on the floor. Asbury now sends it straight down to Alec. They clear out. Hillu on the drive, up and under. Tried to scoop it in. Rebound. There's going to be a foul mid-court here. This is against Keelan Boone, and he knows it straight away.
Yep, that's tough.
Well, I reckon it's the right call. He interfered with Jeremy Combs. Pass was from Kel McRae. We'll see if we can get a look at it again. I reckon this is on Keelan Boone, and I wonder if they're talking to Barter Card officials about an unsportsmanlike foul.
There is potential for it because the interference happened before the ball reached him. And again, he was in the open court. Keelan Boone just getting the arm on him, and it will be called against Keelan Boone. That'll send him to the bench certainly for the rest of this half.
He knew it straight away as well. And I think Coach Mike Fitchin is just saying, hey, there was no play on the ball there. That's got to put us to the line. And the Barter Card officials did have a talk about it, didn't they?
I mean, I don't know if it was so unsportsmanlike that it renders the foul call in that manner. I think it was just...
It looked clumsy.
It was just a little clumsy.
Yep.
No intention, just clumsy heads down play.
So Boone sits with 3. McRae on Alec. Alec's already got 2 fouls. McRae tips it back in. How good is it to have a big fella holding down the fort?
It's just an unfair advantage.
Oh, Alec cannoning in to the Giants defense. Combs back the other way. Missed a bunny underneath. Look at Liam Judd.
And again, now it's the Giants cleaning up on offense, crashing the boards, where they were a little bit stagnant in the first quarter, not getting those second chance opportunities. But again, coming to life here, the dying minutes of the second quarter.
You see Hayden Jones back to his feet. Asbury for 3. Just steadies it because the Giants had a little bit of momentum there.
Yeah, they had a slight run going. Asbury just took matters into his own hands, said, not today, Giants. And Liam Judd, he loves that corner shot. Able to make it fall.
Hillu to Asbury. He's got runners with him. Doesn't need them. Does not need them. Caleb Asbury. He's in much better form right now than the first few weeks of the season.
Oh, he's finding his groove, as you see here in transition. Another one that can get up, get high on the glass. And that's a matchup that I was really interested to see going into this game, is Asbury versus Robinson. We've seen them go tit for tat a little bit here in the first half. Robinson gets called for the foul on that play.
I just wasn't 100% sure about Asbury's fit over the first few weeks of the season. Got off to a slow start, but he's really found some touch.
It's not how you start, Justin. It's how you
here we
finish.
go. There we go. Robinson's been well held tonight. McRae. He knows Alex on 2. Back to Robinson. Asbury chasing him. Oh, a little bit of a leading elbow there. That's going to get waved away. That's an offensive foul on Alex Robinson. Called by Marty Davison. We saw it right here. That elbow went into the chin of Caleb Asbury. And it's hard to argue that.
No, you can't. Especially when you get an elbow to the face. You'll see it here. Just he jumped straight into Asbury. There's
That's the right call. That's the right call.
Yep. Great job with the Barter Card officials.
Nice knock on the chin for Caleb Asbury. We've got a timeout. 2:16 to play in this first half. Sharks lead at 52-35. Now here's your chance during this break in play. QR code on screen. So many good uniforms across the Southland NBL and the Sky Broadband Rapid League, the city editions. There's some rippers. Scan that QR code. That'll take you straight through to Sterling Sports. That is the official home of all the Sal's NBL and Rapid League gear, both in-store and online. Pick out your favourite team, pick out your favourite colours, make a purchase, and you can walk around the streets wearing some Sal's NBL gear.
I mean, you were talking about your favorite players early on. What's your favorite kit this season?
Well, that comes up every week. There is a lot of love out there at the moment for the Manawa 2 Jets camo uniforms.
No.
There's a lot of love for the camo uniforms. They wear them in the Rapid League games. There is a lot of love for them. But your question was, what's
your favorite?
I have to go with the black and gold Wellington Saints City edition in the Rapid League. I love it.
Okay.
Really nice. If anyone from the Saints is listening in tonight and you want to fling a singlet my way on Sunday when I come to pay you a visit, feel free.
With an autograph on the back, surely.
Oh, whose autograph would I get? That's a
Well,
good
your
question.
favorite player you got to pick.
Hiram Harris. Hilou. And that was an ambitious pass to Ledger, and Alex McNaught is out here. Easy basket for the Giants.
Yeah, uncharacteristic offensive set there from the Sharks. Just a little bit careless with the ball, but hopefully they'll clean it up on this play. Good job from the Giants, capitalizing on that steal.
Boone sitting with 3 fouls. Alex sitting at the moment as well. Asbury for another 3. Leaves that one a touch short. Freight with the rebound, and the Giants come again. McRae just returned from Japan. Dempster, one more pass. Freight short. McNaught had it and lost it. Sharks come up with it.
And again, great job from the Sharks. Without Alec on the court, you've got to be aggressive on those rebounds. And the players stepping up, cleaning up what he has left behind.
Again, loving the ball movement from the Sharks tonight. Collier was in the corner there. That may have been the better option for Johnny Hilou.
Yeah, you're right. Collier was sitting there waiting. We know he can drain it from that corner spot.
Don't forget the Sharks have already used their B&Z player timeout in this first half. Giants have one available. Heavy contact there. I reckon that's going to be a block on Hayden Collier. Bartercard officials will confer. Cal McRae on the drive to the basket.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was a block, but we'll see it here again. Collier has good position there, but feet weren't set, in my opinion, on that play. He did get his body in the way.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was close.
Could have gone either way.
And Cal McRae will head to the Chemist Warehouse. Friday Night Lights in the Sal's NBL. Hope you're well wherever you're watching right around the world. Here's McRae.
I talked about him being super fit in his pre-game interview, and he did just come off a stint in Japan where when you're playing against those Japanese players, you have no choice but to be shifty and to be fast.
You gotta run.
Yeah, at 7 foot, I can imagine that's quite hard to do. So props to him for hanging with them.
Great to have him back here in New Zealand. Asbury. Corner, Ledger, he knew straight away that was short, followed it in, but McRae with the rebound. The Giants would love a couple of late baskets here. So they play the 2-for-1. They won't get it up in time. McNaught. He's got Liam Judd just lurking down low at the moment. McRae off his own leg, and in the end, out of all of that, the Giants haven't manufactured anything.
Yeah, and they did have an opportunity for the player timeout as well that they didn't use. Keep in mind that the Sharks don't have theirs. They used it in the first quarter.
Well, we are going to get a timeout called by the Giants, I think. Really good first half for the Sharks. They've got 52 on the board. They average 90 per game. The Giants give up 94 a game. The Giants actually the slowest offense in the competition, averaging just 80 points. And they've got some work to do, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely. 80 points is pretty low in the Sal's NBL when you've got the 8th place team scoring 90 a game.
Sharks do have some good things going for them right now. They're the #1 team in the league for made 3-pointers per game. They make 12. They've already got 8 in this one, so they're bang on. In fact, they're ahead of target right now. But they are number 1 in the league. They're also number 1 for three-point percentage at 38%. And they're second in the league from the Chemist Warehouse stripe at 76%. So they're doing a lot of things right. And when you look at all of that, they take the lowest shots in a game of any team in the competition. So they pick their shots well. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they're very efficient, and we've seen it in this first half. The way that they move the ball, how they find their players in transition, and just get the ball in the hands of those that can score. And then the second chance opportunities as well. They capitalize on it all, and that's why they are where they're at in this Sal's NBL.
Asbury. Burton ends up with Burtonshaw. Loves a 3. Dane Burtonshaw. That won't go down, and that'll do us. So halftime in Invercargill tonight. ILT Stadium, Southland. The Shark Tank loving what they're seeing from the team in orange. They've won their last 2, and they're halfway down to another win tonight. They're out by 13. The Chemist Warehouse stats aren't too far away. Stick with us. And as we head off to a break here on Sky Sport in New Zealand, hello to everybody on Sky Sport, TikTok, also FIBA, YouTube. Hope you're well. We're going to have a quick chat with you during the commercial break. We've got some questions coming through. Someone has asked, who's your pick for the 2 teams that are going to appear in the Sal's NBL 2025 Grand Final? Great question. Really good question.
Definitely the Saints. With the way that they're playing, you've got to pick them.
I'm going Rams and the Saints.
You always pick the Rams.
Well, they've won the last 2. They're going for a 3-peat, so I picked them for good reason. I think they're based on what we've seen so far, and it's only week 7. There's a long, long way to go. There's a trade window coming up, of course.
Yep.
Based on what we've seen so far, I think they're the best 2 teams in the competition.
I think you're right at this stage. However, I want to throw, just because my favorite player is on their team,
Oh, hello.
I want to throw the Sharks into the mix.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
If you can keep Keelan Boone and Asbury out of foul trouble with those 3,
And Alec, yeah.
Boone,
And Asbury.
they're a pretty lethal team.
Sam Timmins to come.
how-
Timmins to, okay, all right.
You got to throw him in there.
I'm hearing you now. I'm still with the Rams and the Saints. I'm going to throw a sneaky outsider in there.
Who's that?
Because I've seen them play and win their last 3 games against the Airs, the Hawks, and the Fi. If they stay healthy, if a sneaky outsider, get on the green. Get on the green of the Jets.
This is why I said it's hard to decide.
Fairy tale stuff.
They have been unreal those last 3 games. And again, coaching staff, got to give them props, making the changes where they need to.
Yeah, they did. You're right. They brought in Isaac Miller-Jost to that starting lineup. If you've got some questions for us, feel free to ask away. And no matter where you are watching from around the world, feel free to say hello as well. Let us know where you're watching from. Okay, I don't mind that. The Sharks, all right. They're playing catch-up at the moment. They've got 3 very good imports, and I have to keep remembering Sam Timmins to come. They've got this nice little run at home now as well. They've got some good signs. I don't mind the Airs, the Bulls. I think they're up and about as well. Have I missed anyone? I probably have.
No, there's only about 6 others that you missed.
It's that sort of a season, isn't it?
What about the Panthers? Do you think they have a shot?
No. I'm going to go with
That's
a no.
unfair.
I'm going to go with a no. Rightio, we're going to come back and have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats in just a moment. There's some really good signs tonight for the Sharks, and we'll have a chat about that. We'll be back with you during the next commercial break. Stick with us and feel free to leave us a question. Welcome back to the Deep South tonight, Friday night in the Sal's NBL. Anzac Day, of course. Hope you're all well and have enjoyed and remembered on Anzac Day. Such a brilliant day throughout New Zealand and Australia. Justin Nelson and Kason Bookman with you. And at the moment, it's a handy little 13-point lead for the Sharks. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Here they are, Kaysen.
And you see there, Asbury, McRae, and Combs with 10 points apiece. The scoring being spread out quite evenly for the Sharks. Cooper and Alec with 9 apiece. But on the top of that, Alex got 7 boards in that first half. And you see Judd with 7 as well. Boone with 8. Ledger with 6. Again, coming off the bench, putting in some massive minutes for the Sharks as Boone was in foul trouble early on. You see Alex McNaught with 4. Sammy Dempster with a quiet 3 for him. And you see there, Alec with 7. McRae with 7 as well. And love having that height underneath do the Giants. See Helu Ledger with 3 and Judd with 4. Sammy Dempster and Burton with 2 apiece. You got Jones, Collier, and Crate with 1. The distribution from the Sharks has been unreal this game.
16 assists so far for the Sharks in the game.
Yeah, they've done an incredible job moving the ball on offense, especially in the transition game, getting some nice 1-2 pops off the three-pointer. Again, getting Boone in transition. You see it there, and Asbury again for a guard.
Been
He's
everywhere.
got 2 blocks.
Been everywhere.
That's massive. Dempster again. He hasn't played that too big of minutes, but he's making himself known on the stat sheet. He's got 2 steals in that first half.
Some of the other stats with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Sharks shooting at 54%, Giants at 41%. From the three-point arc, Sharks at 44%. The Giants are just 18%, 3 of 16. So a telling stat there for the Giants. Half-time here in Invercargill. Sharks lead it by 13. Second half coming up after the break. Back to all of our viewers on Sky Sport TikTok tonight, FIBA YouTube, right around the world, and I think our viewers throughout China will be watching on as well. Hope you're all having a good one and enjoying the basketball tonight between the Sharks and the Giants. For those that don't know too much about New Zealand, Casey, we should say Invercargill is right down the bottom of the South Island.
In the armpit of New Zealand, I'd like to say.
Right down the bottom. Does get a little bit cold during winter. Not too bad today. We've got some Giants fans in here on Sky Sport TikTok. Hope you're all well. Your team's got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, some words of encouragement for them. They seem to get on a little tiny run there in that second quarter. And again, Sharks did a great job stuffing them in their path. But I think once they get their groove going, we're going to see a completely different team here in the second half.
I'll tell you one thing that may help the Giants, an early foul on Keelan Boone in the second half. He's got 3 at the moment. If he cops a 4th early, I reckon it might just deliver a little bit of confidence. Speaking of deliveries, Sal's NBL pizza being delivered at halftime here at ILT Stadium, Southland. That's the best job in the house. That man there is Nick Jeffrey, by the way. That's the best job in the house.
You're just going to make somebody's night. And is it the whole pizza that he's giving away, or is it just a piece?
I think he's eaten a couple of slices himself. I think he's had a couple himself.
Surely.
It's a 25% tax on the Sal's pizza. Enjoy that. Family there sitting up watching the basketball tonight. They're about to dip into some cells at half-time. Rightio, for our viewers on Sky Sport TikTok tonight, who do you think gets the win and by how much, Kaysen? It's a 13-point margin at the moment. You with the Sharks?
I'm with the Sharks. I initially went with the Giants because I love an underdog, but I'm going to have to give it to the Sharks. And I'm going to say 20 minimum.
20 minimum?
Yeah, 20 minimum.
Wow, okay. So
what are you saying?
Well, I'm saying you've got not a lot of love for the Giants there. Rightio, I'm avoiding the question altogether. For everybody out there, 3 games in the Sal's NBL tomorrow. It's a triple header. Looking forward to this. Jets and the Panthers. Tuatara and the Rams will be a great game. And the Airs and the Phi tomorrow night. 2 games coming up on Sunday. The Saints and the Hawks. The Nuggets and the Giants. So the Giants on the southern swing against the Sharks tonight, and the Otago Nuggets in Dunedin on Sunday evening. Hope you're enjoying it. We're going to come back from a commercial break in just a moment, and the second half is on the way. done by Hockey Mart. Welcome back. Second half not too far away. Friday night basketball. Love it. It's wall-to-wall hoops, isn't it? Here's what's ahead of us over the weekend. Triple header tomorrow. You can literally hit the couch at about lunchtime and just stay there till tomorrow night. Jets and the Panthers, followed by the Tuatara and the Rams, and then the Airs and the Fire to finish it all off for a super Saturday. Airs had a 1-point win against the Tuatara last week. Jets beat the Fire last night. Rams beat the Nuggets last week by 1 point in overtime. I mean, there's just so much happening. Hard to pick winners.
Yeah, and I don't like the pressure of having to decide who's going to be in the finals. It's so hard to tell this early on. But you see a little bit more love for the Giants.
Up to 20%. Sharks. It's all about the margin right now, isn't it, for the Sharks believers? 41% sit in your camp, Case and Bookman. They reckon the Sharks will win by 11 plus.
I think so. I think if they can keep, like you talked about earlier, if you can keep Keelan Boone on the floor and out of foul trouble, the Sharks have a tendency to go on these prolific scoring runs, and they might just do that in the second half.
So not too far away from a start. Jonathan Yim, coach of the Sharks, probably right now takes the prize as the best dressed coach in the Southland NBL.
Yeah, I was just having a look at his socks.
Never, ever disappoints Jonathan Yim. I'm prepared, even 7 weeks in, I'm prepared to give him the prize right now. I don't know what the prize is, but I'm prepared to give it to him right now. I don't think there is a better dressed coach in the competition.
Well, you look how you want to perform. Dress well, perform well, test well, all that stuff. He's looking how he wants his team to play, and they are doing just that.
13 up, do you roll the dice here and put Keelan Boone out from the start on 3 fouls?
Oh, of course. You got to. You got to put one of your star players out there to start that second half and make a statement. Third quarter make or break is my motto. Usually, whoever has the better third quarter, unless you're down by about 70 in the first half, usually can make a win.
Just want to get back to that game tomorrow afternoon. The Tuatara up against the Rams. Andrew Mulligan and Lindsay Tate on the call. Look forward to that. Tuatara won't have Rob Lowe out with an ankle injury. He suffered that against the Airs last week, so we believe he's out for a couple of weeks at least, maybe through the trade window break. So they may not have him for the next few games. So big shoes to fill, Rob Lowe.
Yeah, well, I mean, huge shoes to fill.
Oh, they are.
Huge. Probably 2 of my feet. And again, having him out, he's been such a pillar for that Tuatara team.
And that is a grand final matchup, rematch from the last 2 seasons, in fact. So we look forward to that one. Here we go. Second half about to start. Giants with the opening possession. Hello to everybody in Nelson tonight. Hope you're well. Massive supporter base for the NBS Nelson Giants, and they crave an opening win of the season. 0-7 at the moment. And they've got this huge run of 5 games away from home. Early foul, Caleb Asbury. And as I said, when you take into account they played the Saints last week, that's actually 6 away games in a row.
That's crazy.
That's a fair stretch.
That's pretty good. And it's pretty tough, especially when you start the season off not the strongest. That is a really tough lineup to proceed forward going into the next few weeks.
Early foul on Asbury. That's his second. Giants go again. Robinson held to just 3 points in the first half. He is the leading scorer for the Giants this season. Really good work there from the 2 newbies into the team tonight, Cal McRae and Jeremy Combs. Just the start the Giants wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. Asbury completely stunned on that defensive set there. Combs able to break away and get an easy 2.
Cal McRae has 10 points already tonight. Combs has 12. Oh, geez, unlucky there. Jeremy Combs actually put his hand behind. He actually put his hands behind his back to show that he wasn't reaching in.
And he's leaving him there just to show the refs that, no, I definitely didn't touch him. Maybe just got a little bit of a hip check in there, but he tried to disguise that foul as best he could.
Alec for 3. Misses that. If the Giants score here back-to-back, Jonathan Yim, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for an early timeout just to break the momentum. Doesn't have to worry about it, or does he? McNaught, McRae, Combs wanted it inside. Robinson, tough from there. Shot clock down to 3. Combs, does he get it to go? He doesn't.
And again, just another stagnant play for the Giants. Nobody really crashing the offensive board after that shot.
Alec to Hilou, dribbles back into trouble. Asbury, fair way out. Alec, offensive rebound, switches it back out to Boone, to Burton, little runner. Oh, that would have been nice for the Sharks. And I reckon, unfortunately, out of all of that missed opportunity, Josiah Alec may have just picked up his 3rd foul.
Yep, he definitely did. Unfortunately for him, trying to hustle after that board, just got on the wrong side of the big man underneath. 3 fouls for him. Like he talked about earlier, he's the kind of guy you want to have starting the quarter. As you saw there, how explosive he is, how active he is, as you saw it on that last play. Just getting his teammates involved, keeping the play alive. It's costly to have him out of the game, so coach is going to leave him on.
Well, I reckon Mike Fitchett has just walked down the floor there and reminded his players that Alec and Boone are both on 3 fouls each. Cal McRae with the basket.
Yeah, no one was standing in front of McRae on that one, or no one stood a chance of stopping the 7-footer going to the basket.
Asbury given some space and makes the Giants pay.
When he has time to set and double set and fake, he's going to make it every single time. Caleb Asbury really showing the depth of his game.
3rd triple for him tonight. McNaught, corner, Judd, does he answer? No. Nearly got the roll, didn't he?
He really did. And Judd in the corner has always been lethal. Hasn't been able to get going tonight from deep, but look to see him look for those shots a few more times this game.
Boone's got the mismatch there. He loves to rise up on that turnaround. He does that so well. See that from Miles Gibson at the Jets a fair bit as well. 2 of the best in the competition, Boone and Gibson. McRae underneath to Robinson. He's still stuck on 3 points tonight. And McRae with the miss.
You see Alec here trying to push the pace on the offensive board. You've got McRae as the defensive responsibility. You are in for a hard-working night as Alec finds his way to the basket. A great dish from Asbury.
Just that flash of Josiah Alec never stops. Robinson, the 3. That's what the Giants need. They've got to get Alex Robinson going here.
Oh, absolutely. Being the leading scorer for his team, he's got to find a way. And that's going to be a double dribble.
Yeah, indecision. Caleb Asbury, he was thinking pass and then no, I'll go back and dribble again. Here's that last basket.
If you're guarding Alec, you've got to have a hand in the passing lane because he's always flashing, always moving. He's constantly going like an Energizer bunny. See Robinson going again for back-to-back plays. Just what the Giants ordered.
Yeah, this is telling right now. Robinson can definitely score in bunches. Back to 11. Sharks have responded to everything the Giants have thrown at them. Johnny Hilou. Nice little turn of speed around Cal McRae.
Well, exactly. When you've got a 7-footer on you and you're a guard, you've got to use your speed. He did that well. He got the scoop underneath the long arms of Cal McRae.
And they answer again. Just waiting for the scoreboard to update. In fact, that is the right score. Combs, Alec, rebound. That is rebound number 10 for him. So a double-double for Josiah Alec tonight. Surprise, surprise. Asbury, Alec, just tosses it up and in.
Callum McRae's been caught a couple of times on defense with his hands by his side, and Sharks recognizing and throwing it underneath to Alec. Alec doing a great job collecting and elevating over the top.
So Alec moves to 13 points. Asbury has 13. Boone has 10. They're all getting amongst it. Tukaha Cooper has 9 points off the bench tonight for the Sharks. All the stats, of course, with thanks to our official stats partner, the Chemist Warehouse. wonderful partners of the Southland NBL. And just as the Giants started to come, the Sharks have responded. I mentioned it a couple of times already tonight. They're just playing with some real confidence, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. And the confidence is continuing off the bench as well. They've got 15 points off of the bench. And that's coming from Takaha Cooper and Will Ledger, doing such a great job stepping up when they need to, when Boone was in foul trouble. And they just have such great depth. And like we mentioned earlier, Sammy Timmons yet to come.
I was down in Invercargill watching a game a few weeks ago. The Sharks up against the Tuatara. That was Dave O'Hickey's first game here in New Zealand. Triple-double on debut. Very, very handy. And the Sharks lost, and Coach Jonathan Yim came to me after the game and he said, "We're better than this. I know we're better than this." He said, just stick with us. We are better than what we showed tonight. And, well, based on what we've seen in the last 7 or 8 days, Asbury with the block, you have to agree.
Oh, absolutely. Getting those 2 huge wins on the road, like we talked about earlier, massive for the Sharks, and you can just see they're carrying that momentum here tonight.
Look at the confidence there of Takaha Cooper.
The too small underneath against Alex McNaught. Takaha Cooper having himself a night.
Robinson, Combs around Alec, and he gets it to go.
It's almost a guarantee that Combs is going to take it up. No matter how many defenders he has around him, he gets that ball in the paint, he is going to the rim. And whether he makes it or not, he'll probably find himself at the stripe, or he'll get an easy 2.
He's a tough unit, isn't he, Jeremy Combs? 14 points. Leading scorer tonight on debut for the Giants. There's a bit to like about him. 4 assists, 3 rebounds, make that 4 rebounds now. Margin at 15. Oh, the pass just picked off. Alec Ledger sends it back out. Boone will keep it alive around Liam Judd. Up he goes against McRae, who fouls.
Yeah, that's a great play there from Boone, taking it up into the big man, as we've seen him do many a time. Great job from the Sharks to keep it calm on that play. Kind of a bit of a fumbled pass, but managed to get it in the end, and Keelan Boone will have a chance for 2 from the stripe.
Well, you'd have to say, based on the way this result is heading, Giants staring down the barrel of 0-8, and it's an almighty mountain to climb to get yourself back up into playoffs contention from there.
It is really tough mentally, especially when you know, if you look at the stats before the game, they need to win 12 out of the next 15 games minimum to have a chance.
Yeah, you would think so for sure, especially with how tight it is. And I suppose the only thing you can hope for is those teams above just keep beating each other.
Yeah.
And keep at least a little bit of an even spread. They've got the Nuggets to come though, the Giants, and from what we saw from the Nuggets last week in that 1-point overtime loss to the Rams, they should have won that game, by the way. Don Terry Jr. had a massive chance on the buzzer with a missed layup. The Nuggets, they're a pretty formidable lineup as well. I mean, they're going to be tough on Sunday. Nice basket there from Ledger. He's having a good night. Just doesn't get any easier for this Giants team.
No, not at all. And you don't want to rely on other teams beating each other. You want to be able to stand on the back of your own defense.
Well, you got to get your own wins, don't you?
Yeah, you really got to go out and get it. Especially now, it's do or die time pretty much for them. They need to find a way. But again, you can just see the chemistry, the frustration on the court right now. They're just not gelling like the other teams.
Well, they do have 2 new bodies in tonight, so it takes a little bit of time, I guess, and we've had 2 imports exit the scene. So they just can't get consistency out there. McRae underneath. He'll just get better and better as he gets his legs under him in the Southland NBL. Takaha Cooper's been excellent tonight. That was probably not his best play, but Liam Judd. Talk about big plays. That was a big one. Judd hammers it down with one hand.
What a statement from Judd. Probably a bit of a frustration dunk as well. Good recognition. See him slam it down with authority. Coach Kim on the sideline was blowing up about something. I'm not sure what it was.
I just wonder whether they were given a delay of warning, a delay of game warning, or maybe not. I know there is a tech foul out of that, so whatever the complaint was, the Barnacan officials are having none of it, and Liam Judd converts. So a technical foul there called against the Sharks. I just wonder whether Coach Jim was unhappy about something after that basket, that Liam Judd slam. And what it does is it gives the Giants another point. So margin at 14. Here's Hillu to Asbury. He backs it out, likes this matchup on Dempster. Sends it to the corner. Screen was set by Cooper for Hillu. He's lost control of it. Giants just getting some momentum. It's at 13.
Yeah, well, that's what they need to do. Really step it up on defense. I like that pressure from Robinson. Yes, he's got the heavy duty of producing and scoring on offense, but I like his pestering defense, creating the turnover there, just as he did. Need a lot more of that from everyone on his team. And he pulls up again. A nice, easy jumper for him. And like you said, they're getting some momentum.
That technical foul was on Jonathan Yim. Kenny McRae with the foul on Boone.
Boone's got to look out there. He's getting a little chirpy underneath.
Well, he's not happy about the contact, but the foul was called, so I'm not sure what he's complaining about here. The foul was definitely called. I think in the end, there's some agreement there, and he'll head to the Chemist Warehouse. Shake of hands, you like to see that?
Yeah, you love to see that. Didn't like the finger pointing earlier on. Thought that might get him into trouble, but to my surprise, nothing called against him. He did take quite the heavy hit there on that last play.
Well, whatever Blake Rosanowski said was met with approval by Keelan Boone. Blake Rosanowski might be a politician in the future, who knows?
Oh yeah, Keelan Boone capitalizing there.
Just the first one away. He's had an indifferent night, hasn't he? 12 points. We know he's going to score, but was battling foul trouble very early, wasn't he? He had 2 fouls in the opening, three and a half minutes of the game.
Yeah, it's super frustrating when you start a game in foul trouble and you're just clawing your way back in, especially if you are one of the star players of the team and you're used to putting big minutes out there. He's averaging 30 minutes a game, 31 minutes a game, so to have that early frustration, it's got to be hard to get to your rhythm.
Kason Bookman with us tonight on Sky Sport. Hope you're enjoying it from the Shark Tank. Sharks lead by 13. Judd. Combs. Cannons into Alec. Got the shot up. Battle on the boards. Ends up in the hands of Jeremy Combs. Sends it to the corner. Robinson. Wanted to go over Hillu. Sends it to Liam Judd. He leaves it short. And look who comes up with it. Caleb Asbury having a really good night.
Yeah, he really is. I think for the Giants, if they can get Judd going in the corner, oh, that's going to be a backdoor call again. Off the defense of Robinson. That's what we were talking about. If he can get going on defense and trying to get his teammates going as well, he might have a chance on offense. Just looked a little bit stagnant for my liking.
Caleb Asbury looked like a kid throwing a tantrum in the supermarket there.
Yep.
Keelan Boone was trying to lift him up and Asbury wouldn't have anything of it. That was funny.
He threw the toys out of the cot on that one.
Giants get it back. Robinson. Combs. Foul on Asbury. So that's his third. So Asbury, Boone and Alec, the 3 big guns for the Sharks, all have 3 fouls.
Well, every time on defense, when Asbury's been switched on to Combs, the Giants have got the ball into Combs, and something has happened every single time. Obvious mismatch. But again, Combs, great job. One time he slashed to the lane, completely untouched. Asbury had no idea what was going on. And you see it there on that last play. Combs just backed him down all the way. again, found himself at the stripe. So if they can keep recognizing that, setting the play up, try to get that switch big on little, they're going to have a great time underneath. They're going to have a heyday with Asbury on Combs.
Combs is 7 of 10 from the Chemist Warehouse tonight. He's up to 15 points, leading scorer for the Giants on debut. Asbury tries to float this one up and in, and he does.
That looked way easier than it actually is. Great work from him with Dipster on him. Floater over the top on the run, off one leg. Such a nice, crafty shot.
Robinson for 3. Alec, big rebound. They're on the move here, the Sharks. Josiah Alec cannons into Combs. He's going to get called for a flop.
Welcome again to the NZNBL. You're not going to get the flops calls in your favor, unfortunately.
And Alec scores the 2. They respond again, the Sharks. Robinson around Alec. Hillu comes up with it. He's on the move. Burton. Boone. One more pass. Hillu inside. Alec.
Oh.
Great play. Southland Sharks basketball right there.
This is why I picked them to make it up into the finals. You see it here. You've seen it many a time. Their ball movement and their unselfish play is so pivotal to their offense. Again, the scoring nicely spread amongst them. You got 23 for Alec, 22 for Boone coming into this game. Asbury with 13, Alonzo Burton with 12, and Hillu with 8. And then coming off the bench, Cooper with 10. So again, they do such a great job sharing the ball.
I would love to have been on that plane flight last week from Invercargill to wherever it was, Taronga, Auckland, whatever, because this team has completely turned around in the last 2 games and 3 quarters. Here they are, they lead by 18. We'll pick that apart after the break. Welcome back to everybody on TikTok tonight. Hope you're well, wherever you may be watching around the world. Also on FIBA YouTube. We just had a commercial break here in New Zealand. Our chance to have a quick chat with all of you. Just looking through some of the comments tonight. Giants fans are hanging in there, Kaysen. They're hanging in there on TikTok tonight. There's a few of them in there, and they're just sticking true with their team. But, gee, they've got a lot of work to do, down by 18.
Yeah, I mean, it is a big deficit for them to come back. I like the loyalty of the Giants fans. I'm all for that. But reality is hitting. Down by 18. Not much is happening for them from behind the arc tonight. Shooting 16%. It's an unfortunate stat when you're comparing it to the 42% for the Southland Sharks. And they've got just all cylinders firing on offense.
Yeah, they look really good, the Sharks, don't they? Every Friday night, of course, here in New Zealand, we're live on TikTok. So make sure you join us each week. Hope you're enjoying it as well, wherever you may be watching on from. Last quarter is coming up. Quarter to play in the NZNBL tonight. Huge Anzac Day. Earlier today, the Bulls took down the Hawks by 8. And the Sharks on the road to victory right now over the Giants. Justin Nelson, Kaysen Bookman with you. Kaysen, we were saying going into the break, just this turnaround from the Sharks team. Took down the Phi last week, demolished the Bulls, and this has been most impressive tonight.
Yeah, they're just steady as they come, the Sharks, and they've really put it on display. Coming off those 2 road wins is huge, and then just tonight, they seem to be gelling a lot better, obviously, than the Giants at the moment, but it'll be off the back of their defensive prowess.
Giants had 65 points against the Saints on Easter Monday. They've been held to 58 so far here tonight. They average 80 a game. it ranks lowest in the league. This is a team that can't score.
Yeah, and that is a huge problem, especially when you're facing all these teams who've got some prolific scorers. They just can't seem to get things going. Don't really know how to use their weapons just yet. But you see the nice backdoor cut there, just as I was talking a little bit of smack on their offense. Got a nice little look there to Robinson.
Yeah, nice setup from Hayden Jones. Asbury likes this matchup on Cal McRae, and that's why.
I love his little floater. He's got such nice touch over this tall timber down low. Asbury's so nice off the dribble.
It's not just a small man game as well. 17 points, 7 assists, 3 blocks for Caleb Asbury tonight. Hayden Jones doing some bullocking work there.
Yeah, it got between 3 Sharks defenders there on that play. Nice work from Jones.
As we mentioned, they've got this really sweet home run, the Sharks. We're feeling there's going to be more and more fans coming out in the weeks ahead. It was public holiday today. A lot of people travelling around the country for the Anzac Day long weekend. Robinson, Dempster was set. Can't put that away. Collier with the rebound.
So at this stage in the game, you need the threes falling, but if you're the Giants, they haven't been falling all game. They need to find a way to hit the big men inside. Maybe get a little bit of an in and out game going, or try to get it in the hands of Robinson. As you see here, he's having to battle for every single one of his points. As Alonzo Burton gets called for that foul.
Sharks have got the Rams next week here. That's going to be fun. That's going to be real fun.
Oh, yeah.
I know the Rams have got to play tomorrow against the Tuatara. I just wonder whether Rams coach Quinn Clinton or one of his coaching staff have just got their eye on this one tonight, taking down a few notes.
Oh, you've got to, especially with the way that they've been playing and the teams that they've been taking down. I mean, that game against the Bulls, just crazy.
Well, the MixandPick.com MVP is on screen, and that needs some serious attention, because if Alex McNaught has 32% of the vote right now for MVP, there's something wrong.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to Alex McNaught, but not really putting up gigantic numbers.
Well, 18 minutes for him tonight, 4 points, 2 of 7 shooting, and 2 assists. I like Alex, he's a ripper, but he's not the MVP tonight. I reckon Asbury will climb up. I think Josiah Alec will move up from that 21%. They're the 2 players that have stood out tonight. Josiah Alec, 17 points, 11 rebounds and 4 assists. He's been terrific. So too Asbury. Is that his 8th dime? It certainly is. Tukaha Cooper lands a 3. He's got 14 points off the bench tonight, Tukaha Cooper.
I mean, why not have him in the mix and pick MVP race? He has had a huge game.
He's got a lot of fans out. Be very careful, Kaysen, because Tukaha Cooper is one of the big movers every time we put the MVP up. He has a lot of fans out there.
Oh, come on, Cooper fans. Look at that shot there from him. Excellent pass there from Asbury, but Cooper, again, like you said, coming off the bench, putting in some big minutes. And again, doing such a great job tonight.
You watch what happens now that you've said that.
Come on, Cooper fans.
Just watch what happens. McNaught tried to thread it through to Cal McRae. This defense, rock solid, and there we go, another turnover. Well done to the Sharks. There you go, Josiah Alex jumped up to 28%. Tukaha Cooper, I told you.
Yeah, there we go.
He has an army of fans out there ready to click on that QR code.
I love that.
Just watch what happens. He'll end up winning this. I've seen it before.
Well, he's earned it this game for sure.
We'll come back to that shortly. There's a turnover there against Keelan Boone. Don't worry about the shot, unfortunately. Timeout for the Giants. Coach Mike Fitchett wants to have a chat. It's been some lean years for the Giants, it must be said. I think from memory they made the finals back in 2021, I want to say, maybe 22. Been a tough going of late. They did make the finals last year, but they were a clear 6th on the ladder. So when I say tough years, hey, they made the playoffs last year, so let's not take that away from them. But it really was a top 5. They were the clear 5 last year, and the Giants bowed out in the first week of the finals. Alex McNaught somehow is still leading the game MVP. I've got no idea how.
Maybe he's got more fans than Takaha Cooper.
Well,
and Josiah Alec.
it is all about what the fans and the viewers think, not about what we think. So scan the QR code, have your say. The game MVP tonight. If we look at the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet, to give you a little bit of a hand, we can tell you that Josiah Alec has a double-double, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. He's been brilliant tonight. Caleb Asbury, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks, and 3 triples.
I think he's probably my MVP for tonight, for sure. As a guard, getting 3 blocks in a game, and against one of the taller guys on the Giants team. I think he needs to have his name up there on that mix and pick MVP.
A few more votes, you think?
He's deserved it. He's had such a solid game.
Back underway. I've just given Caleb Asbury my vote on the mixandpick.com poll. Alex McNaught, he hasn't been afraid to fire from deep tonight, Alex McNaught. 0 of 6 from beyond the arc. Robinson gets it back, now wearing the number 41. That's a blood singlet. So he's changed tops during that timeout, and he's off to the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Robinson's such a crafty player off the dribble, and you saw it in the air. He did about 3 go-rounds of the ball around the world. See McNaught there with 30 again. He keeps updating. Watch this space, but again, Robinson, tough for the Giants if he can't put up big numbers. Others need to step up to the plate. Tonight, he's on 13 so far. And again, having to work for every basket. You talked about the Sharks' defense early on. I think that would probably be one of the stronger aspects of the team's game. They shift well. They're always in help side D. They trap and double in the low post extremely well.
Oh, Asbury, what a rocket pass into Josiah Alec. And as much as we wax lyrical about Asbury's passes, that is a fairly safe set of hands of Josiah Alec, because that is not an easy take.
No, not at all, especially going full steam ahead from the half-court line. He went straight to the hoop. Asbury fired it in there just the right time. Like you said, it's safe hands and Alex.
Foul is called. Cooper. Oh, another 3, Tukaha Cooper. As good as Alec and Asbury has been, I reckon the viewers are going to battle it out tonight with voting for McNaught and Cooper. There's going to be some Kiwi bias tonight as Combs, and there's nothing wrong with that, as Combs hits another basket. There's Alec. Oh, goes back to the basket. That's come off Ashton Inwood.
Hey, that's a great recovery from Inwood on that play. Kind of got juked there in the corner, but excellent recovery, able to knock it out of Hiwa's hands.
Another timeout here called by Jonathan Yim this time. Sharks lead by 20. Right, let's have a chat about this. Game MVP, QR code on screen. Now this is what you've got to do. Scan the QR code. Nice and easy. It's fun and it's free. And you can tell us who you think is the MVP tonight. I just want to say it again. I don't want to take anything away from Alex McNaught. He's a great young man. He's always fun to talk to. But he's not the MVP tonight.
No.
He is according to 33% of the audience, but I've just got to tell you, 2 of 8 shooting, 0 of 6 from downtown, 4 points, 1 assist. I don't want to point that out. What I will say is Josiah Alec has been brilliant tonight.
Oh, he has been, and the things that don't show up on the stat sheet is he's diving into the stands, into the signs on the side. He's hustling after every play, not letting the ball die without his sacrifice. Again, that for me, that's my favorite part. The things you don't see on the stat sheet.
I'll tell you what's funny tonight. Usually when I talk about the MVP in the way that I am now, the audience will follow what I'm saying. Tonight, they're sticking it to me.
Yeah, they're doing it in spite of you. Should have pointed out those stats.
Back underway. It's just over 5.5 to play at the Shark Tank tonight. Here is Josiah Alec. my MVP. Can I point that out? Burton inside, Boone with some size. Does he get it to go? No, he doesn't. He gets it back. Keelan Boone battling away is fouled by Liam Judd.
And again, great job by Boone, but I want to keep saying, Alec, he got that tip off the rebound, kept it alive for Boone to clean it up and find his way to the chemist stripe. Alec just in every single play, an absolute workhorse, giving his team every opportunity to get those second chance points. Not too many for them tonight. Only about 6 on the night, but offensive rebounds, they have 8.
The Giants have actually, that's one area of the stat sheet the Giants have won. They've got 13 second chance points tonight. 7 points off the bench for the Giants tonight between Dempster and Jones. 25 points off the bench for the Sharks between Tukaha Cooper, who has 17, and Will Ledger, who's been really good tonight. He has 8.
Yeah, he has also been a key player off the bench. With Boone back in the game, though, he has seen a little bit more of that bench. Boone able to keep his fouls in check in the second half.
Yeah, they've done well. Asbury, Boone, and Allen all on 3 personal fouls. Here's McNaught. Here's Combs.
He's such a bully.
He is. He has no fear whatsoever of just going straight down the alley, no matter who's in the way. Despite what looks like a loss coming up for the Giants tonight, your impressions of Jeremy Combs on debut?
I think he had a solid game. I think it was quite hard for him to get in the flow of things, but he did take it upon himself anytime he got the ball down low. We talked about it on the last play. He just bullies his way to the basket. Started off the game 6 from 6 from behind the chemist stripe. But I think if the Giants can do a better job getting the ball into him, they can get some offense created. And I like the look of Judd in the corner. If you can get the ball in to Combs, a nice kick out to Judd, and try to get the Giants going from behind the 3, it might give them a chance.
Lonzo Burton there, very, very clever. Just too quick to get it back to Johnny Halou, I think it was, who hadn't stepped into the court yet, but very clever Zoe Burton.
That's why he's one of your all-time faves.
Yeah, he is. Love watching Zoe Burton go about his craft. Margin at 20, really good night for the Sharks. They're in some form. Jones, wide open 3, short. Look at Alec run, he's off.
No, he never stops.
Asbury to Boone. Boone, long way out. And now Robinson back the other way for the Giants. Started the season with the Panthers, now with the Giants. Scoring's been tough for him tonight by his normal standards. He does have 12. Combs, does he get it back? Asbury in the way, Robinson. Asbury comes up with it, and that's just a little bit too far in front of Zoe Burton.
And Zoe Burton's better, and he's like, nah, not running after that one.
He also knows they're 20 up.
Yeah.
Robinson fouled there by Johnny Halou. 3:49 to play in the Salza NBL. There's Jonathan Yim.
I love his intensity this deep into the game with a 20-point cushion. He is still intense as ever, not taking any time off.
You played a lot of basketball, Case, and you've played a long collegiate career. Do coaches ever smile?
When you're winning by 50, there's always something to work on, you know? You never want your team to get comfortable, especially in this league where every point matters. Doesn't matter wins and losses as much, but the point differentials is key. And you want your team to win. You want that 20-point blowout. You don't want to foul on a 3-pointer with 3 minutes left, you know?
Well, a 20-point blowout means we're going to find other things to talk about, like whether coaches smile or not. Margin back to 19. There's a nice question. Which Sal's NBL coach smiles the most? Giants in the zone. Boom. Backs it out, sends it into Alec. Alec up over the top, easy as you like.
Yeah, beautiful high-low set there from the Sharks. Easy buckets to Alec underneath.
19 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists for Josiah Alec tonight. Robinson a late 3.
Yeah, if you're Asbury on that play, I know you're up by a lot, but you don't want to drop under that screen, especially on Robinson. We know he can launch it from deep.
Boom. Burton. Alec wants it. Alec gets it. Jeremy Combs had nowhere to go. Foul number 4 for Combs tonight. I've given up on the MVP.
It is pretty funny to watch.
Asbury. He's been terrific this evening. He's going to fire away from deep. And another rebound for Josiah Alec. Burton did well to keep it, sends it to Alec. Alec underneath. Another basket. 21 points, 15 rebounds.
You got to reward the big man for his hustle, keeping the play alive yet again. You're going to hear it a lot this season. Josiah Alec with the easy 2.
Well, in the pre-game, we spoke to Josiah Alec. And he's just an all-round good guy.
Yeah. Great hair, even better eyebrows. What's not to like?
Well, clearing the benches now here at the Shark Tank tonight. It looks like Giants coach Mike Fitchett is going to follow suit as well. And don't the crowd love it when the coaches go deep down the bench? Of course, we see a lot of these young players now through the Sky Broadband Rapid League. We see them play a lot, so the fans are definitely used to seeing them out on the floor. But they're going to have some fun for the next couple of minutes. They're going to try and stuff the stat sheet, Casey.
Oh, absolutely. I want to see a 40-footer from one of these players.
Quake Webster, he hit a couple of threes earlier on tonight in the Rapid League. He's going to load up here from the corner. Quake Webster!
Oh. 1 from 1. Quake Webster, great offensive set there from the Sharks.
Crowd enjoyed that one. Combs on Collier. Collier with the block. A little bit of a fist pump from Coach Jonathan Yim as well. Ramage has it knocked out of his hands by Craig.
Back-to-back blocks. We love a stuff party.
It's a happy place in Invercargill at the moment. 3rd win in a row coming up. And they're doing it in style. Let's not forget they took down the Bulls by 43 last week. Snow misses underneath.
43 is a big number.
I think everyone was just completely shocked. There's Crate adding 2 for the Giants. But they're going to back it up with a 20-plus point win here.
Not bad. It's going to be an off-the-ball foul.
Caleb Chamberlain. And I reckon even Collier is just letting everyone know he wasn't happy about the attention. He doesn't come across as a guy, Hayden Collier, that I'd want to get on the wrong side of.
Definitely not. He goes about his business. All business. No smiles. He's a tough competitor.
First one is a miss. He doesn't show a lot of emotion, does he, Hayden?
Definitely not.
Had some good things go his way tonight, earlier in the Rapid League game. Getting some late opportunities here. Colin Williams for 3. With 3 or 4 triples in the Rapid League. Great, down that goes.
Nice little dish there.
Austin Inwood with the assist. Final 60 seconds from the Shark Tank tonight. Music is pumped up and the crowd enjoying what they're seeing. Burton Shaw. Corner 3. Is that some Ramage damage? It is.
Ramage damage, I like that.
Jack Ramage from the corner for 3. Cohen and Williams taking contact. Oh, nice little dish back through to Inwood. Tell you what, I wish they'd give up this music at the moment. On repeat. The two number 6s going after it. Williams sliding. Oh, there we go. Changing tune. Sharks headed for a big victory. I'll tell you what would get the crowd on their feet here. A nice 3 on the buzzer to bring up the triple figures.
Oh yeah, that would be the nail in the coffin here in Southland.
Sharks play the Rams next week in the Southland NBL. Giants have to back this up in 48 hours. They drive north to Dunedin. Sunday evening game against the Nuggets.
They've got to reset. Season's fresh for them. They haven't won a game. Starting from ground zero, nowhere to go but up. They have to get a win. It's not an easy lineup, like you said. 6, the next 6 are away, 5 or 6.
Next 4 after this. So they've just played the Saints away. They've played the Sharks away. They've got another 4 on the road.
They need to do some serious self-reflecting as a team, figure out what they need to get a win on the road. Because if they play like they did tonight, there's no chance that they're going to get that win.
Out of a BNZ player timeout, let's see what the Sharks come up with. Ramage to Snow to Webster. Webster wants the 3. Webster fires the 3. He doesn't make it. They get it back. Hayden Collier, in fact, it's going to be a shot clock violation. The shot didn't get up in time. I'm thinking to myself, there's still 8 seconds to play, and Hayden Collier didn't realise. But there was a whistle. Shot clock violation, and the Giants get it. Do they advance? They do. They'll take their BNZ player timeout and come down the floor and try and get some late points. Don't forget, all the points count in the Salza NBL. BNZ, ticket to the big game. There's the QR code on screen. Scan that. Fill in your details and you have a chance to win some tickets. To come along to the Salza NBL, go and watch your favourite teams play with thanks to BNZ, inspiring the next generation of basketballers here in New Zealand. Adams to bring it in. Last chance for the Giants. Inwood catches inside, sends it out to Williams. Do they get something late here? Oh, getting up was great, and that'll do us. What a night in the Shark Tank for the Southland Sharks. Big winners. And Case and Bookman, gotta say, they are in some serious form right now.
They really are. Again, I will say that they might be a team to contest for that championship, especially when they get those 3 imports going. And off the back of the shooting of Alonzo Burton, getting the 21-point win tonight. Massive game. I did say they were going to win by 20. I did say that. Mark my words.
Yeah, you did. Really good win for the team in orange. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. And there's a lot to like about the left side of the column. A lot of winners. Alec, brilliant, 21 points. Cooper with 17. Off the bench, mind you, Tukaha Cooper. Caleb Asprey with 17. Boom with 15. So lots of double-digit scoring. And on debut, pat on the back, Jeremy Combs with 19 for the Giants.
Yeah, those are some bully points. He had to work his way underneath. A couple from the line as well, but you see there, Alec, the stat for me tonight, 15 rebounds. Unbelievable. The next person on his team that was close had 5, and the same with McRae. He had 11 himself. Combs was 6. Judd and Burton with 4 apiece. Again, just big game from Josiah Alec.
And what you're going to see, he had 5 dimes as well. Asbury leading the way with 9. He's one of the best in the competition. Combs also with 5 assists. As we said, a very serviceable game for the Giants on debut for the American. And look at those blocks. Collier ends up with 3. Didn't show a lot of emotion out there, but he was swatting them away. And Asbury with 3 blocks as well. And there's the steals from tonight's game. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to our friends at Chemist Warehouse. But if you're a Shark supporter, you're pretty happy with what you've just seen. Let's have a look ahead. Busy weekend in the Salza NBL. We've got a triple header coming your way. Tomorrow afternoon, Jets, speaking of form, they are gunning for their 4th straight win. They take on the Panthers. They will start red hot favourites there. Grand final rematch, Tuatara and the Rams tomorrow afternoon. Saturday night fixture, the Airs at home to the Fire. The Fire have lost their last 2. Sunday afternoon, coming your way, the Saints and the Hawks. And the Nuggets and the Giants also still to come. They play the Sunday evening fixture this week. So a big win tonight in the NZNBL for the Sharks. Hope you've enjoyed it. On behalf of the entire team, Payson Bookman and Justin Nelson wishing you all the very best. Handshakes all round. Sharks win it by 21. See you tomorrow.